minister nsabe na kura Galamsey num. Police panyin nsaban. NDC for nsabe na kura Galamsey num. Regional minister nsabe na kura Galamsey num.
Ni ana wo ye nurse ni ana wo ye ojuma nipa wo ye ejuma. Ye betimi aboa onu esidan. Na debia bosombia yetua oka ne ate okakra ne ate okakra. Ye benya companies bi na omone banks na yejuma. Enti se onim se woni oma e ba ubekwa konhu omo. No ma bo obosia. Sa abosia no omdi bechia abanto ni gapo ha ne eto bi e wo ho. Na ye we container si ya na omo yi e de akoto terminal. One aban ni asembia.
We shall reintroduce automatic posting of teachers. And we shall scrap the teacher licensure exams.
Afeso ya green say koko na debia ya de kwa manone na yakoye nwejuma oho ne ya chocolate ne de abre no. Yes you abre ya pese factory na ya de ye koko no ya de ba bibia yedua koko no. Wefo no fifi ye beba betu borehole wo ho near the polytank esi ho. And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land.
Is that in the first 120 days, we'll provide the seed money upfront for the Women's Development Bank.
24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people.
And one of the things we'll do when we come back into office is to complete the 200 community day schools that we began.
The Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish
the
them.
man is gaining more of love from certain people. Because you have not accused him for Galamsey, you have not accused him for anything. Wontumi wa Galamsey onya Galamsey and the chire say previous government first Mahama term no ye ba ya mu che no mioma yi bibia this one, so people think say a scheme bia maybe it can be an NDC strategy say
NDC for nsabe na kura Galamsey num. Regional minister nsabe na kura Galamsey num. Police panyin nsaban ampi nsaban makwase se tutrafo the same crasifo ni bi entimi ntere kura ho wo kan se bekum am ya trati ni pan bi am ya case police panyin kan ho hwe be pem ne apem fo na wo ba wa akra na ba ku no ne nsa ba ku no enam Galamsey chemicals ya gu nsuye mu nti madawma enne ko si dwada aban na nka bibi regional minister ntua na maw police panyin na ya ba ya na ka se busum ni mu kuro mu no na ya ka kire ne se panyin bi a wa gisa Galamsey sika mu bia no obefe.
Last time it was Accra College of Education for Mina and school numu and Galamsey ewura umu ediedru honum. And then I think last 2 weeks or so we heard of Adansia Sokwa. I think Agenda 111 no e also so abowura ho. Anopay yes Obuase Airport the airstrip no eho and unkofo before no kwano yate lake Bosomtwe so say eno so no only natural lake and so no gradually Galamsey no AET into it. And then a report I cited from City FM4 a page and say Obuase airstrip no Obuase Airport no is it the Galamsey no you to school mu to no hospital to no lake mu ama edru Obuase atronie ahemfo get me that video please atronie ahemfo ekoko apai mu mukra de amso makogu nsa nyina kogina nsuo mu agunsa chese ebufura ni braba bebia ekeko mpoho me ba cho akomo kasa na get me those videos no mpoho so yesi wo so abufuo je say reporter aba no so no Galamsey eho enkomo. It seems it is not getting any better.
I said I pray the ostrich.
So this is the atroni mumti
na wa ye ha ye wura Dewi se nam poisem da kuri na de kuro no man tu na ma nsuo we ani ante anka sem papa bi ankyere ama ye nkura sefo na anya ye ha wa ye ha ye wura Dewi se nam poisem da ko to so mienu ensa ben ne kura sa Galamsey nim NDC fo ensa ben ne kura Galamsey nim regional minister ensa ben ne kura Galamsey nim police panyin ensa ben ampi ensa ben makwose se tutrafo de zem kura sefo ni bi entimi ntere kura ho wo kan si ebekum am ya trati ni pan bi am ya case police panyin an kan ho hwe be pem ne apem fo na wo ba wa akra na ba ku no ne nsa ba ku no enam Galamsey chemicals ya gu nsuye mu nti madawma enne ko si dwada aban na nka bibi regional minister Nananom police panyin na ya ba ya na ka se bosum ni mukuro mu no enne ya ka kire ne se panyin bi a wa gisa Galamsey sika nu bia no obefe adwuma taade na hye no ne yiri ntimi nwuro ne man ntimi nwuro afisa o hye nkobadua si wa gisika no bia bebo ne dua police panyin o kan sa kire yen wo hye mpaboa wo de be hye wo hye na dakam mawo wo na abo amkurasefo wo na abo kuro hu ban wadawma Galamsey na kwaso no afiri na nkosi kira no wo wuo mpia ho piram pia ho afidie ne nsen wo bia wa gisika bia wo gu anim ase oba tan wo gu anim ase no fina no wali na busua ofisa scan bakwa koloma busua no bia di wadawma police panyin gisika no bia fina no regional minister gisika bia fina no bia na gisika bia fina no national gisika bia gena fina no ampi no bia fina no yemso betima ye amaye kedoma ya uma wadawma dia wagisika bia wa Galamsey we akwaso wa genjere no kire Wontumi ma wo se wo ya ma bena mpa
do you have the other one? I think that was a Joy report, and also a Mpoho Fiatsi district.
It is about destruction. On the grounds, it is a floodgate, a free for all, unhinged, unregulated, irresponsible mining. 4 towns, Mpoho, Edum Trabum, Edum Banso, and Ayim are mostly affected.
Here, Mpoho, Edum Trabum, honey, and this guy made us the whole Ghana believe say the moment I buy we bet you Wontumi no Galamsey atwa. And say anyone ti wa jai e wo mu a nkofo pusu ba ku menu on Facebook na wa sori no akoba bi no the video aba no hu say wo ye bibi. We were made to believe say Galamsey wo Ghana nyina ko fa ba ni Wontumi. Abai we kura some of the core quarter ene odemu. It was not on illegal mining. Yes, what the concession ama will be. Ama nipa mbom na akoye nya wo no. Akom.
Whatever. Once now make us am say we are playing the ostrich behavior. Dia aka wo Ghana ha. They say yentimi nka ho asem kase pa no Galamsey ya. Na te said you dwade na no akoka nkyene. Wo bono kra na woko. Wo kai se Nananom danko for his excellency. Tamu a wo bontoa na onya akwanya kra ba en wo se basa ni presidency kra wo de beto so ama Galamsey no etu atwa. Media fo nyina mo tai nechi. The do say ye be kwa bato so se no na omko kan se ye de ba e be mamu atu na meboa.
No mo ya chi Galamsey ya chi ye be mu amnesty.
Ti 2020 nyanya me na fa afia ka yigina Galamsey no so tuaba etia MPP. Ma wo mo say nya akwanya 2024 yi e ka kire nkrofo to the extent say Nananom danko kufuado kra ni mfichiri chebi ena yetu Galamsey ni bi. Na wo hwe aban a Galamsey wakone kese a MPP. Wo hwe 1993 Act 450 establishing the Minerals and Mining Act no. Now within 2012 or 2013 hobano Galamsey jintre ha ma China fu be gu ha ma satam kwa nanka bi emrante no mutu ebinim de asornom niema chire be large scale Galamsey ye tisi mu ma ye hu ye si wo man mu nyina Actually, we are trying who say enquiry, any buy 2019 Act 995 no, ye be shi mukina, and this a buy our person who Galamsey no. Now we yamra, now we yet the nature of one our person fight Galamsey no. They say a switch war mining act here, ye di bo mine who bray, as amended no. MPP net buy. A mouse switch first crown was said in Kachaman to me, say near 2006, then 1993, then one, then came vicarious. What they say issue say wa wakoyenanke ye chew ye ya ni mie mu say wa wodi bi ba ye ni ade ade no ye mfa sa amra na nye de enim na che say ye pese ye ku na de kosi ye ya ase enhihye ye no se de na chama Wontumi ti ase ye fa say ohene ba bra ba ye madwuma mamia enti no onim se bi kura wo say okọ ena mra ye di no aye ka omo mpese omba ti ase omo bua judgment no be bie no ho mo cars wa ye illegal mining omo nkaso ni lances omo nkaso ni concession but ye se ohene ba yesi be yesu adwuma wo bawuram tie de asotwe no ye de ebo ehɔ na ne tietie nyina akwakosi na nano me ka kire wo mo kasben se de chama Wontumi kotum na Galamsey na nya ya prosperity will judge everybody me cite baby a wo kan se baby a da achi kura ye nya kwanya kosi hospital as da achi expansion ba ni bitime si da akokɔ ha ni nyina atogu nano me hu baby a na ohini bi nso ani abere se ehɔ ye military what they say place ya a horse na soja for tena no omo akache hwa no ene ho nyina agensem
na within 18 months
ye ban omo chi omo Galamsey no omo atu omo mu ye be ma omo amnesty no omo asaba Mojidi say emrebia omo fomie omo enu omo ho enti yebe yi omo na yama omo another chance.
I can confirm to you that you are going to see a fight that has never been witnessed in this country. President Mahama is going to lead a very ruthless and relentless campaign against Galamsey. He has not minced words at all. We had a brief cabinet meeting earlier today, and the president was very clear. There was no ambiguity that he will be leading a war that we have never seen to deal with this canker, this existential threat, once and for all.
Mibusa abai, mibusa President John Mahama. Inti nanu a wote se wa nkrofo ni bi tu Galamsey no why you den President John Mahama mibusa se nanu a wo se wa nkrofo ni bi wunnim so mu tu Galamsey no why you den because enema hu se mo bubo na Akufo-Addo die se na Akufo-Addo esan Wontumi ti inti mo bubo na wa nkrofo na wo ya aware wate national security akatel say omu ye Galamsey no President John Dramani Mahama papa respectfully why you omu den time ye di Wontumi ye season nyoma no na onko sa forest ni mu ba Galamsey da so koso nti e kire say enye Wontumi samususu se oye Galamsey anaso ode na ade ama obi amane ye Galamsey ni da so koso dika Galamsey ni koso under your watch tina nano me catch you say national security e wo cameras a be bia wo Ghana ha bia no omunim krofo mu ye Galamsey they know Wontumi nka nchem say president aye ma briefing no unim wo NDC fo mu ye Galamsey Yankopon kwa na enokafo ebedru baabi me se ebesesa na esesa nso a te se de ka no na ano no ebeka ne pepepe ebema nkofo atiase ebema nkofo ahu se untimi mfa nipa a life eni agro things will change ato forcing ukoka expressway wantimi ankoka bypass eno ametie me makoma ye me hweme se na de akra sembeni yera ato forcing expressway no wose watwasika to special fund accounts bi wo Bank of Ghana sasika no $300 million anka wuyi ya wo de bewie bypass no mpacho tie o na no ne etia ne aka to se aban expressway ni ye na mum Nana Akufo-Addo aye bypass wie NDC abaye mfiye enra yewra to force na nka bibia head of research so can be a catch me or can be for expressway
no not the focus here on big push projects no me na expressway no
now what be ready budget now two parties say when chesi ka bia mba me expressway no I can say bypasses no which is key me amusi mi ato forcing enti say the can why wa adwen say expressway no so no kure wom ne say ye di kan catch say expressway no President John Mahama ontimi wie ansa no afiri so na ne amanyofo ye ka maso odin sa.
This is the 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe Didi. Ezu ni anawi ye nurse ni anawi ojuma nipa awi ejuma yebetimi aboa onu esidan na debia bosombia yetua oka ni ate okakra yebenya companies bi na omone banks na yejuma enti se onim se wonyoma e ba ubekwa akohu omo no ma ba obosia sa bosia no omdibetia abantuo ni gapoha ni etuo bia ewo ho na yeyi we container si ya no mo yi e de akoto terminal woni aban ni asembia. We shall reintroduce automatic posting of teachers and we shall scrap the teacher licensure exams.
Afeso ya adwen say koko na de bia ye de kwa amanone na yakoye nwu adwuma ho ne aye chocolate ne de abrɛ no yes ya abrɛ ya pese factory na ye de ye koko no ye de ba bibia ye dua koko no we fo no fifi ye be ba be two borehole wo ho ne de polytank si ho.
And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land.
Is that in the first 120 days, we'll provide the seed money upfront for the Women's Development Bank.
24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe Didi.
And one of the things we'll do when we come back into office is to complete the 200 community day schools that we began.
The Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish them.
Our president is an over-pumped sports kid. What did you say? Our president, Nananom Akufo-Addo, is an over-pumped sports kid.
You're calling, wait. You're calling our president a kid?
Oh, he's behaving like one. He's throwing tantrums.
Isn't that a bit of a low blow?
If the president,
a man of almost 80 years, you're calling him,
so then he should stop behaving like a sports kid. Our president is throwing tantrums on the international scale and embarrassing us. It's like you going to a church service with your child and your child is rolling on the floor and screaming because they didn't allow him dip his hand in the offering bowl. That's what our president is doing. This is the same man who ran around with these rating agencies and their ratings when he was candidate and used it to poo-poo the Mahama administration. He has overseen the worst economy in our country, reduced our country's economy to junk status, toilet paper status. And when they are telling him, he says that why should they tell him the truth? Our president hates to be told the truth.
But the ratings are getting better. The ratings are getting better.
Because you're not paying your debts. Incompetent and useless the president is. You can't say it any way nicer. And this one, when I say he's a useless president, I'm being very charitable and nice and kind to him. Because the president sits on his ears, so he doesn't hear when we talk.
All the difficulties, negativities, radio, so they did do attempts all day, all night. I was so maybe because we can say, hey, and I won't be so for once a man. I mean, all of these things, but they don't disturb me and they don't derail me. They don't divert me from the project ahead of.
When for no 50, you better have a 2 borehole near the polytank is you.
Who's Galamsey?
What do Galamsey dear?
baby I can't on NDC for a person to us or buy more. Yama ye because December, last year December, me fa pana utimi fa barakese kwan ko pie fufu ebesi edudamano na Galamsey ni left and right na bibie no ekese Galamsey 3 months ago me fa okodo bonkum ni fa
ehimfa
fufu kwan na ko pie edudamano
o ma tiesim
ya tiesim atese Galamsey no mfidisi wo anyasem kuma ede ne yetenchen yanka me in particular de ne yanka fa Galamsey
NDC
ede be ne yehu se Galamsey eyeti MPP for de be ne yehu ene ma 2 MPP for nyina bu se NDC for ya fasu yehu with respect to Galamsey dabi bosontwe ye ma ne he Galamsey ho be bi no me Galamsey adansa so kwa ne bi ho
dabi
fampo e friends so kono kwa na ewo ho baya new areas bi akwadwo ne bi ni ho
forest bi na yi kanokra wan yi de na nse na atupak kan wansem amaru shaku kabe
omusi se abeswa forest abeswa eno kwa dancer squad ye tu ade no a edu police station chi and you ask the police penyo to no what way dey ese ade na wan kwa ye ko tu asetukuru
ye tu ye di
ani patwa ye ni pampon sem dia sem ne yan kan tia MP before say wo mo ye Galamsey o man wo mo se no ene ye hu se Galamsey no ense o mani bi ene ndi jifo bi atiagu mo man panyi kwa ka te se ye nkofo ni bi ye bi na asem se o man panyi mesre wa san nkofo ye nyi wo mo man wo mo ntimi fo mo sa bu su man bone no e ma me fra yo me di ntem ense me obi hwe me ho to ba ma
en traditional council
because me kai se obo
agu MP NDC MP ohonu trisunsa
yes
nano adujama omu MP ya pamono no ne DC na ze mu mfiri anko
yes
Galamsey mu na moye
yes
konongo ahemfo
akogunsa
enso akogunsa atronie ahemfo
agunsa
Galamsey awura school mu awura aso hospital mu awura airport me say yedi amompa ya konfano chebeduro
baby ebi pie bi ahwe kura baba bebu
so konongo de ni
ohene ba na ye twa ye katre ma wi bra ye nwi nam bia ma ye tutu ahedum ni adan afa so atwe bi no mu aso bra the very reason ye de twa aso no aso twe ne se ye yama ye deterrent se ne bi nkonko ye biem ndi se ne se chama Wontumi ye bua ne fo ye nim se onu ni ho almost about 1.5 years ni Galamsey ne koswa ndi hifo na eye na nado dan kokufo do mo team na meneye enna on declare state of emergency mo keka bi gunwa enne na nado dan kokufo ado onni that security apparatus onni o man no hu ahode biem no wati ne baabi no enti se Galamsey ne koswa ho am na etu sesei ya titi bia ya se abobon krofo bi din wo mo no ye NDC fo nti se abrede o maba wo ho nti ma ye nka ho asem na no me ka kire Hussein mi amini amamencha no mo fa seketwa se sabre ya mo se ye tu Galamsey ya mo se sabe MPP na netu no enne no MPP ni abe menye sure se wo betimi aka kire MPP ni se wonkonkutu Galamsey ni bi eno ne ye ka ho asem utie nsem ona nan kan ya ye se twini yanka de ntwawo eno wo wonso so kanibre eno nti na da bia ye ba ne ye se saa Galamsey ni kono stakeholder engagement ensase ni wura so mo nyina do mo hujim gina brane na womo ne womo etu Galamsey no ehia mu no mo kyerɛkyerɛ mo ne ma bi no mo ntiase a womo no betim de tumi akɔ Galamsey no aban de ye wo bɛyɛ no akɔ wo bɛ sa afa ho enipa ne bi sɛ de wabobo bi din na we yagye bi ne ade no ɛda bia ye ya na ye sa akɔ na yakɔ ye no makokune ye kɔ hunu nsuo no wɔ atifia ne abana afɔ abusa sɛ wana poto nsuo no ɛno na ye no Ghana ha but tem bia na ba manye sɛ ma ye bɛpɛ binom de o ma scapegoat sisi amene wo kasa yi wo hwɛ na nandi bra wo de kasa yi anani abre papa once wo kasa ye threaten no ne ade edru stage bi o ha wo ka ho asɛm a na sa abre wonam kura na ye mhyehyɛ wo tori wo kura ye kokasa wi ni ye si ane ye pɛ baabi de etirafa nanso so ye say the silence of the good people in the society is betrayal said the Martin Luther King Jr. kan ye no enti ye kasa ye nyina ye kan ya no atum se hunhun enti bia ye susu nya ho mfa so ndi ye nka Galamsey ni ho asɛm a ye hu sɛ daakye a ye se ye di gya ye nkyirima ni ho ebi sense asiri bi wo ha niam ewum no ebi ye renewable ebi so ye nan renewable enkwaya ye se no nsu a yɛsɛ no nyinaa no bɛduru mmerɛ bi no na hu sunsuansoɔ na saa baa bɛbɔ yɛ a na wanya sika ɛnso na wonya nsuo nom na ne da bia meka no ɔhene ba na manka sɛ amɔborɔfoɔ ɛna ayɛ a yɛhunu amane because ɛbɛduru mmerɛ bi a nsuo boa yɛ den no obi a watu Galamsey ɛnyɛ sika buo bi a bɛba bi wobɛtumi atɔ wo ba wo a wo no yɛ mɔborɔni a sɛ bibibi no nsɛm yɛ kɔma mete hɛ a wobɛbrɛ paa ansa na woanya sika kɔ akɔtɔ bi ɛbaa so piti ho nsɛnsɛm ɛnɛ wohwɛ nipa a wokɔ hospitals yare ahodoɔ a ate sɛ nananom koraa pɛnso bi amada ɛno bi na yɛyɛ hunu yɛne yɛwerɛ fi sɛ nnuane a yɛdi no nyinaa saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛdidi kom ɛnkyɛn na yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmɔ a ne yɛsɛ eastern region hɔ yɛsɛ nkondommire nom ne nyaado a ɛwɔ hɔ no nyinaa no they are infiltrated with some kind of chemicals ya ɛno nti ama yareɛ ɛdɔɔso yɛaka ho asɛm a ka na ɛma kaa na asɛ sɛ abɛyɛ political item ɛna weɛsɛ me na mbaeɛ na mayɛ ne sɛ mɛma wɔ mu atu wɛm de ɔmo tirim ɔde ɔmo mu antu ɛne yɛkeka ne yɛtutu hyɛ dum ne adan na no kɔnɔngo na nanom kɔgu nsɛn adeɛ kye yɛ popra obi ansi hɔ biem de aten sɛ saa bere sɛ mmara ne ntimi nkɔdeɛ ne nananom anye na ɔmo amfanya ne ɔmo bɛpɛ because wei a wɔkan na no yi adwene a wɔ nsuo no mu a no ɔde no atua no yi ɛyɛ nana ne ya ɛne wɔka ho ase wei nkyɛ wobɛhu sɛdeɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛkyi no asi hɔ na ɔmo adi natam sɛbe papa ɔpa nwoma soɔ ɛnyɛ n'anum ɔde o na ne yie ntia kanana sɛ abere nkɔte hɔ ɛna wɔhwɛ sɛdeɛ ɔman ne nka nkɔ ɛteɛ ne ɔmo na saa bere ne kono ɔmo agye akuta yɛnim ne esi yɛ wɔ hene ba yɛ bia ma afei bɛyɛ sɛ mu deɛ yɛba yɛbɛma mu atu de ɔmo tirim ɔden to the extent sɛ Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo koraa no ɔpɛ sɛ wɔ fight no yɛtoo Galamsey no mu kakra ɔbaa yɛ a yɛde ban too so kakra hwɛ nsɛm a ɛsiiɛ nti yɛyɛ na ɔhene ba yɛdi yɛn ho awuo me deɛ da biara meka ɛnyɛ sɛ masɛm ne wa George Orwell was the father the society drinks from speaking the truth the more they hate those who speak it wokɔ kan wobɛnya tan hayɛ but me ne na ɔmkɔm sikiri adwene sɛ say it is the responsibility of intellectuals to speak the truth and expose lies the only Ibeka the besi akyiri biara no yɛma enti ne yɛkasa because Peter Drucker say if you want to predict the future create it now ye create future no ene ye sense ase ebeduru mire bi no wobɛkɔ no nsuo kora wonya bi nom wobɛduru baabi nnuane kora na wonya bi eni a ye keka ba baabi a ye gya ye de ato hɔ ama nananom efiri ɔmo apenso sɛ yɛmfa nyɛ mpontudwuma na dan a yɛsisi bi hɔ kora ye tu aseɛ ɛne ade ɛya werɛ hosɛm ɛmo ɔman no but ye can na saa obiara so mafunti saa but said the bia me kan me Albert Einstein 100 times the bia me ba me quote to say was say an empty stomach is not a good political advisor. Because oba was say come the nti enu nti ne da ne ye ka ho asɛm a ɔmampani kura ka sɛ nipa dan Galamsey no ɛdɔɔso nti yɛntimi ntwe emfiri hɔ ma ɔma no aduane mɔ but yɛn ka asɛm obi antu we have said it many times and countless times say Galamsey no nya dia ana man ni ankasa impɛsɛ ni nya dia enya de papa ne mu mekwan a yɛfa so tu the responsibility on the persons and as nipa ku a wo mutu no ɛno ne hia yɛ ɔhene ba ɛyade a yɛntimi mesika kɔkɔ no nkasa asem enwuma abie ne nkwala ma ba wa wo anya dwuma yɛ no that's fine but Bible kura campaign say yɛ wade nyinaa ho kwan ba enye ne nyinaa ne fata yɛ si ebetu aguma sɛ adwapade bi na sensase bi yɛ reserve a sɛbe ɛho nneɛma boa wo man no wapomudini mu ne ade no yes when the last 3 days everybody will die nti na yaka to ho nti sabre yɛsɛ no nneɛma ɛwɔ from pollution ɛkɔso ni nyinaa yade a wo nkotu Galamsey ne ho sunsuanso ɛbɔ many times na Ghana water aka ho asɛm sɛ even the cost of producing water at their level no nura yɛde gum no ɛkɔsoro ne bo ɛkɔso the more yɛ ade chemicals say de beti nsuo n'ani amiyɛtimi anom no the more na nneɛma ahoɔden ewu mu no nso so yɛ de ɛkɔfam ɛnɛ na nakan wobɛkɔ baabi na yare ahodoɔ bi okra bɛwo no na ho baabi akwa no afiri hɔ enti yɛde yɛ ka besi so sɛ NDC na sɛ mo waba mu nneɛma a mo ka go na nado so ɛne solutions a mo ka sɛ wɔno na obetimi agyina so de asolve no sabre ɛni ne hobie ma wɔ mo hɔ mo mfa so da bia me ba me nka ɔmanfoɔ yi a nine months nen saa nneɛma yɛte yɛ ne saa comped no ne ade a arm comped a ɔmkɔyɛ yɛ a ɛninam so ɛma yɛnuan mi kɔhwere ɔmo nkwan saa nneɛma nyinaa sisi na still Galamsey ne kɔ so ne ntimi nya the political will the will power sɛ yɛbɛtumi stop deɛ ɛmfa mrakwa mu no na yɛda so tu a wodi obi yɛ sɛbe sɛ wachi obi agyele no nti ɛno ano no a ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm ɛmo ɔman no nto hɛn wayɛ ka ne saa ne nyinaa no mpanisi ɛkeka mafuni ɛkeka madam pan nim sɛ sɛdeɛ aban no na ɔmo wɔ opposition ɔmo kasa yɛ ɛde adwenkyerɛ baeɛ no saa bere saa adwenkyerɛ no ne yɛnsusu sɛ mobɛtumi de ako saa ama no saa ne agye sɛ nananom agye bɔ mo na ɔmo akɔyɛ ne
nananom ntinsim
de aminu sɛ deɛ aduru no deɛ adu adwafa mpieto brɛ me
Dr. Vie.
Yes, sir.
Mache.
Yeah.
So who So who
Oh, me nyame humo bo me na mo.
Ya nyi jisusu ma ahemfu ye. Se o mo kwei. O mo de snap ne ne be continue. Ngiye to snap ne be mfa nkomo. Me go say say yakwa solution to problem na.
Ka den ka me boa mo ma to na ntwi ni. Nyai ne mo na ke be boa mo. Mo na be boa mo. Ayeba. Me chiao.
Ejoso.
I'm say koto abano wi ye na wo wi ni ye no.
Na woni ni sha.
Ni timi ni sha.
Yeah. That's why.
We should send go back chairman. Oh, maybe you got to tell him
next time.
So one can't.
That's a danko dada.
You crack on once.
Got tell him just 500. I know say soon as
don't get ya.
Eja last week Monday.
Yeah.
Me did my birthday. And I chama Wontumi ade me boom. And they just say, send the passa.
I know, right.
Uncle ye. My wife cried, I won't cry, do you say Papa Panas and crying? I'm say, maybe a cotampo. It wasn't something that we expected, you know. And Ubia, no be can be said. Say, Oba and Papana is a different thing altogether. O man so o wodi bia obehu afa na Rebecca say is unfortunate we nipa o ne so ne de no obia nipa bia won so ne nanso by no no ye de those that ye gichama Wontumi di no de ye gidi say a time will come obi free o saa 20 years and the ade bia mframa yintimi enyintum saa. But they may caution the MPP is that Wontumi is an institution in the MPP party. I was interviewed about Wontumi incarceration and the impact on the party on TV3. And I said, this man, discrediting any candidate in the MPP, our contestants, I would discredit Papa now, who will lose the election. This man has his group, his target group. And anybody, not because he be a Oben, but the fact need to be told. There is no currently will be our MPP party anymore who appeal to certain class of people apart from Wontumi. I went to a barbering shop. Be they say me say me ko yimiti nenko fu it we no mo kan na wan na Wontumi and I'm not now my say Wontumi why they so they are not party members. But you see the discussion and no more count. So I was just listening. And a man who said, the we are didn't say kon party for no, but you won't phobia. They are to say,
and I was reading something on Facebook. Akwasi Efrifa Akutu. I'm told he's the last son of Bafo Akutu.
Okay.
Currently, I'm son of Ankobi Ahene Ewa Antwa. He wrote this 3 days ago. She's so sorry for Wontumi. It was Wontumi who won the elections for Nanado by motivating Ashanti region. I challenge anyone to challenge my assertion. It was Wontumi who stopped NDC ballot box snatching in Ashanti. It was Wontumi who stopped the intimidation of Ashanti voters by the NDC. In fact, it was Wontumi who turned the NDC tigers in Ashanti into cats. This is what.
You see, that is a fact. Or you see, you may dislike the man maybe via 1 or 2 issues, but the contribution to the party is unmeasurable. It happened previously. First, in the pa NDC for a fab box, but this man stopped it. So we should not make maybe some of them or maybe be comment, as if say omani haji. Now even kwa time for Quran when even within the same part will be free more and I say be two be no when yaji. Or because maybe now expect to be in a one when yaji. Now him so for being a kind say me no and ya be a make cassette so for be certain issues, all because me name the next day and neither many me name the baby I make reform. So when you want to say you think say yes we would think and then I make say anyone who will make Wontumi no back kasa etiano dia campaign in this election who lose the election because his people are in a state they are in a state of like omo any happy into anyone that would tread on that, and there are many in the party. Wontumi supported other regions. Financial resources
you call Savannah region.
Yes.
The former Savannah regional minister said it. You call Upper East. The regional chairman said it. Upper West. The regional chairman said it. At 2014, 15, 16, every single parliamentary candidate of the party got 5,000 t-shirts from Chama Wontumi. The t-shirt no kona mama ko printing. Or you have 5,000 posters for every single parliamentary candidate in the northern part of Ghana ahead of the 2016 elections. The former Savannah regional minister told us, said the creation of the region Wontumi taking a project. So every week he was there. Or no mu engage him for maybe any demarcation emfa on the regional reorganization minister no that I think Dambochi omu engage, and the inauguration day he was there. I've been reading from communicators a platform now. Yeah, me yana say mpenifoni nyina bi o platform no so omunkasa, and then omu no so na omu yesa de nyina no e de odene ho picture na ayi omu profile picture, but mitimi hwe omu saa na masere the time
me I don't think so.
I mean,
Obia better to that area. But what I'm saying is, people might not be looking at far.
There is a guy, I think it's one of our deputy national communicators, Krobi Asante.
Yes,
I saw about Trafford Wontumi. You ask yourself, say, indeed, is he a national officer?
Oh yes, you know, what about NDC?
But they should over the Montoso.
And Penifoni be a debate, even their contestants in the debate. Until I may draw the attention.
Mr. Omoya Yama MPP UK chairman, a issue statement say, Wache Jaku should call his boys to go the order.
Yeah.
Now the city Musia Shanada Pano.
Yes, I think say Jaku should be cautious. Should be cautious. Me at least in social media and I'm so.
Yeah.
Inti make us say, Obia obeye wa adwen say, would do Wontumi ebe discredited and ebe you will lose the elections. I'm betting you. And yeah, you better say obeka one or two. Now obeye your campaign, but don't go into his issues. And adwen say ubenya ne supporters to vote for you. And I'm telling you, Ohineba, Wontumi supporters in the party, there are many. Almost Yankophobia, you cannot take it from them. What I'm telling you. Oh yeah.
I don't know why. But I don't know why they still
think say
is it Enra obi send me screenshot of Ekuoku that Obuase guy na no ni Wontumi ye adwuma ono sa akodi adanse etie Wontumi say ono na say I don't know for a fact say ono na say oka the campaign coordinators in the adanse zone edema odene ho ena ono na mo ho na afi na chairman papa eba chairman onidi nyamo chairman ongu party na say that's in the campaign message and I doubted it. Then last night I saw a quote say post to odene ho ankasa on Facebook. You see obi an carry you a party for nation
media odene ho be ne campaign on your campaign. Don't mess yourself Wontumi. Asem na meka no bia wo de me nya adwen a wo beka bia say ni in political sciences and one you may be ba wo be dwen say, and I'm telling you Oheneba, if Wontumi is not part of this 2028 election, the MPP will find it very difficult. Say MPP and Timia manage Wontumi situation here, it will be very difficult for the MPP to win this election, 2028 election. Honorable Chairman Samusu told me this about 3 weeks ago. And so I'm happy said yes, I'm telling you, Oheneba may say if the party don't manage Wontumi issues very well. This is 3 weeks ago. The 2020 elections will be a fiasco. I'm telling you. It will be a wombia na wojidi say wo bepe opposition biano. Don't tread on Wontumi issues and go and use it as a campaign and think say you will get votes to win your position. And then you can't. Because he has his people, he has his group, he has a target. And even outside the party in Kwano, or one crofwa, it didn't din. I don't understand why Unkrofo Mudo Wontumi no. It is not about say be our GBBF free no and say they love the man because of what special attribute to be one who is being attracted. Sana Yankopon ayedo. Anything me to challenge say apart from Wontumi, is there anybody that attracts? Would any Dr. Baumia Krem film? Is there anybody that attract crowd automatically? Baby Obekobia. But this man goes and you see people coming. Let's not go into his area. Say Bia. Once in any party, Obia wants. But in political way, MPP should be very, 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 very careful. And Obia also obey you so Wontumi no will also win the position, especially at the national level. Wow, be what being said, we manage Wontumi you now fan for campaign now say Bia on year, you have to be very, very careful. So I thank the party, are taking over the legal way now or more fighter. Then that shows issue a party issue.
Yeah.
It's why we are individual, why we woman, why we be campaign. Say Ashanti region why massa will be lose, especially Ashanti region. Would dear grow, you will not get the vote that you are expecting. Or because don't think say a man for say why issues but I didn't may gain him more sympathy and love than any other thing. I'm telling you. Prison now wakono. The man is gaining more of love from certain people. Because Obi him say you have not accused him for Galamsey, you have not accused him for anything. Wontumi wa Galamsey ya? Onya Galamsey ya. And the say previous government first Mahama term no. Ye ba ya mo che no nyoma yi bibia this one, so people think say a scheme bia. Maybe it can be an NDC strategy say they want to cripple the MPP by making sure that Wontumi don't come in the scene. It's a political strategy. It can also be true. It can be true. So the MPP should set up all regional elections. Don't go and stand somewhere and be happy and think say you can win your position without him or on the supporters or on a class of people and they are still there. Until the American Papa no is unfortunate, but ye bomb pie man pa. Only by the American be to be for Galamsey. Galamsey the dear. And then I will come be say until the wife can say They say Wontumi you change be 6 months and now 5 months ago. Omo jai Galamsey hono jai na say day. Because as you are saying
1 year more news last year. Last year me.
So which means that Galamsey has to stop because you are branded the man to be a Galamsey. Media for Joy FM why mo you a papaya bone din. She say Wontumi equals to Galamsey. Say ajay. Say ajay. Enti ye say no ye twen the abechi ni bio a won so ye Galamsey. Because NDC for him say omochi Wontumi a they have won the heart of Ghanaians say they are fighting Galamsey. Almost started because they branded him to be a Galamsey. Omo campaign omo de buy and say Wontumi a Galamsey. Ye betcheno. Na say nipa no mo so mo betcheno no mo timi koto ni witness. Na afede mo man be cassette ya ne ye de ni tumu a wo say we Galamsey. Say we Galamsey. And we are expecting say and you see tribunal no mo de ba no. Omo su elections na and one MPP for the show microphone in a go. The MPP will not come to power. Ni tribunal no be. So what they buy for a purpose. And the purpose will be achieved more during the MPP time MPP better power. Obia and you see they were saying say and the party ni ba and you be watch no watch it. Wuchi abai for obechi ye bechi sa enchiche ya na bekoso. Are you saying say the MPP will come to power and say asofo no maka omo wanu atumu no bi amen crofo no so ahu any CSOs say the ekwe obi anka ahwe o dabi wonti say sofo ekogina baabi o ade ye de agya bi munya yo ye de ekoso munya butreo say so obi aka na no atum na musuo mmo de say ensayemra na wa wo de sofo ende kabia me campaign a wo sofo bia be bie wa no say wo so be ka bie no ende wo he ba ne wo de diapers na bebo be ka bia kira wo papa because we can't live in a country where we have people I expect to say they have to speak because of the position our war, but people have been quiet as things are going and na won't say sofo bi jina baby ka Galamsey Wontumi jira baby nka se CSO bi ka Galamsey wansem enwoma ekoso wo eti se de MP 7 empower ne hwan ni oboase wonti wo bia so wo ka bi nanadu na sebi orode Galamsey no eyewo no ye de beto ne na so a mode ye ya mode age campaign na me de me am nkrofo asofo ne de me tetewo mo no mo ye beduru elections a obi abekasa ana obi abeka hwan na se Ghana no ye de ma NDC for so obonche no monto omoka ombeka me eti.
All right, me da say me bacho from the MC amomwa me na yen share the highlights of NDC's 2024 campaign on education. I think that I shared with you. Now yen fan to what's happening today. And so maybe the licensing process into the final year examination of trainees. Scrap the NPP's mandatory national service for teacher trainee graduates and restore the automatic employment of newly qualified teachers. Partner with teacher unions to initiate the government-assisted mortgage scheme, GAMOS, to support teachers to own homes. Initiate a scheme to assist teachers own vehicles of their choice by offering flexible duty payment arrangements and government guarantees in partnership with teacher unions and the banking sector. Establish a college of education in the Afram Plains enclave to address the acute professional teacher deficit. This is what they said. Na sawate omo recruitment no enwasem no. Yes. Akoma bintu. I'm happy you are both.
Yes. Yeah, I say it's easier said than done. Tambia no nneɛma a yɛka ne yɔ no difference kɛseɛ wɔ mu paa ana Ghana yɛtena hɔ mɛno abɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛda bi yɛtumi ma yɛadwene no ɛsesam yɛto aba ma aban bi yɛana Eurofio ɛha adwene paa yɛnim baabi a NDC na teacher ho nsɛnsɛm ɔmo de firi ɛba a mmerɛ bi atwam koraa no sɛ ɔmo yɛ adwuma bɛyɛ sɛ afe ne fa ne deɛ ka ho a ne yɛsɛ bosome mmiɛnsa pɛ ɛna sɛbe yɛbɛnya ɛde atua moka at that time the president na bɛdi akyire no ɔna na ɛyɛ minister for education ɛma bebree tena afia backlog koraa baa mu ɛma yɛnya unemployed graduate association tina na yɛ saa bɛkɔ abato yi so a ɔmo bobɔ saa ɛbɔhyɛ yi so a ɛnɛ wɔde ato hɔ yi na nkurɔfoɔ jubilate no ɛno na ɛma no yɛ me nwanwa sɛ sɛbe deɛ wahunu bi da no nka yɛnsa mfa deɛ a wahunu no bi mehunu ne bi anaa mɛdaadaa no ɛnɛ wohwɛ bia a nkurɔfoɔ kasa a sɛ ba sɛ yɛnka ho asɛm pa a ɛyɛ me nuanom a ɔmo yɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ɛna da bia yɛde teacherfoɔ no ayɛ sɛ da bia ɔmo deɛ yɛbɛdaadaa ɔmo no ɔmo ato aba no wie a ne yɛgyaa wɔ mo but wohwɛ MPP baeɛ a ɛkwan baako a yɛfaa so koraa kriti major employment ɛyɛ time a yɛde double track no ɛbaeɛ double track no by double most of the teacher recruitment no by 2 because nanka bia first wɔn dada no ana wɔn call one stream ɛna wɔn kyerɛ wɔn ade sansan ne yɛ track ne deɛ fa bebree ɛde wɔn gum wohwɛ the number of teachers ya employ wɔn a 2017 we employ almost about 14,170 2018 they fa almost about 8,872 afi bia ni hɔ a yɛamfa nipa and disabre no ka sɛ wɔn a yɛmfa wɔn no nyɛ yapɛn so wɔn a yɛtete wɔn college of education because obiara no wɔ hɔ a wɔyɛ backlog bia dodoɔ no ano yɛfa wɔn no college of education a wɔn wie yɛ direct yɛma wɔn akwanya ma wɔn asɛsɛ mechanics platforms de ɛkɔ yɛ yɛfa wɔn ɛna yɛkɔ yɛ nimu a afei yɛkɔ wie sɛ asɛ yɛhwɛ clearance ani yɛ gyini yɛ fɛ nipa dodoɔ no afei koraa de yɛse woba yɛ sɛ de tete hɔ ne yɛ no automatic posting we training college no that time nti sɛ ne we ya na wokɔ ɛno bi na ɔmo kɔhyɛ ɔmo ba meka ne sɛ gyina so ma ba bi ɔmo kɔ bia asuafo yi ahuri bo seje ɔmo so na ɛfa ba bi ɔmo de teacher language examination ho asɛm abɛwuram a ne yɛ nim sɛ no kora no ɔmo apɛn so ɛne yɛ pilot to yɛ yɛbɛto yɛ ne sɛ yɛ de papa ebi sɛ yɛ mɔmo twero nso hwɛ no a ɛmɔm yɛ globally competitive sɛ yɛ nuanom bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo betimi pɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔkyerɛ deɛ ɛwɔ amano no ɔmo nkrata ɔmo anya nti ɔmo ayɛ license deɛ ayɛtimi mu ɔmo akwanya ɔmo anya kwanya nkɔ teacher training na sɛ teacher training institutions no wakɔ ne private institution but ɔtwerɛ language examination bi a ɛma na kwanya ɛma ne timi nso so bɛwura mu kyerɛ deɛ bi ne yɛ de papa but ne feel bi ɔmo feel sɛ bi nsɔhwɛ no ebi ɔmo twera ɔmo pass nti bi a no ɛden ne ade no ɛma ɔmo bɛhyɛ bɔ obi aka bi wohwɛ the majority leader ɔmo kan ho asɛm president no akɔ kan bi sɛ ba ya no deɛ no ne ade di nkan ya ɔmo betwam ɛnɛm ne wo kasa yi ɛda so wɔ hɔ a yɛnte ho maakye a adusuafo no ɛda so ɛtwerɛ nsɔhwɛ no nti ɔmo bɔ a ɔmo hyɛ ne kyɛ sɛ ɔmo ani so wahene ba wo sa akɔ anim bie mu a sɛdeɛ meka sɛ teacherfoɔ yɛyi so ɔmo a da biara de ayabatoɔfoɔ nti yɛsa bɛhyɛ ɔmo bɔ sɛ mo a motɔ cars a ebia mu ntimi ntobi no yɛbɛma mo akwanya ne
any car of your choice
yɛnim sɛ saa nhyehyɛ ne mmere bia na ɛwɔ hɔ abuse ɛbɛn mu ma obi kura nye teacher ni anaasɛ nurse ni ne doctor first na doctors nyina wɔ saa ɔfa no but wo bɛhwɛ no obi kura nye na ɔmo togum saa but yɛkyɛ mo bɔ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ yɛhu policy bia anaasɛ ɔmo kan saa asɛm no yɛnte ho maakye nneɛma bebree ho so ɔmo kan no manifesto mu a ehia wɔ mo nti ɔmo agyae ɛyɛ ho adwuma sɛ ɔmo aka sɛ 24-hour economy market ɔmo bɛsi nti ɔmo gu so a ɔmo si ne kirikiri but the woman a bɛma mabunu a ɔmo asua adeɛ na saa bere yɛwɔ teacher deficit bebree a yɛnya kwanya ma ɔmo nkɔkyerɛ adeɛ no ne nyinaa no ada baabi wokae sɛ me nua pani Haruna Idrisu honorable ɛkɔka sɛ ɔbɛfa about 50,000 teachers ɛno no mmeranteɛ gye twi bosi ɛkɔwi akyiri na wɔsɛ 7,000 yɛama no clearance ɛnti sɛ dodoɔ no aka ne nyinaa no ɛda so hɔ no ɔhene bawerɛ ho sɛm ɔwum ne ɛyɛ ka nyinaa ne sɛ tama na yɛyɛ fa nipa ne to so transparent obiara yɛnyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ NDC ni MPP ne edu o apply na wonya na wokɔ ɛnɛ yɛsɛ yɛ fa bi but obiara opa afrɛ ne bi phone ni bisa sɛ platform no kra no a wo no ejina so am ya form no dodo send it me access and now once we start here yes we ntue sika nko check ya so we dey say 20 cities and
25 cities
ko ye ko unsuccessful ko unsuccessful but ye nya binum so o mo agura mu an me no kira ka say o mo afa kira o mo kira de and difference wu mu a ede bi MPP ye yankrofo kra boy so bo ne say ye de ye ba say ye hwe ye party for na nka memo ye mu ne sa so wunya be ye o mampani a party o ho no man wonti obi a wo man bia ye Ghana ni ehu sika ye gigi nyine no na de bo mo branti ye mu bia kwanya ba mo ba ye me no ka say ebinum anya kwanya wura mu a ye nuanim ho legitimately o mo ato form so o mo so ntimi anya ebi kra de is alleged say binum ho kra ya gigi sika ama o mo anya kwanya eno na ye hu difference no na ye ka we ni nyina no na mo fi say ye boa because ni enim say wo mo ba sa nhihye we o mo kan enya de say wo mo beye ene na afunu na ni bia mo hu bi na yero husem wo mo so ni say wo mo tifie nyina no wo mo atwe yem wo beti ye say ye be fa say afi kura de wo mo say wo mo abrem position kura de wo mo ni bibia aka di say NDC nye campaign na mo yo mo ba mo share ni ye hwese mo be implement na mabunu no am ko share wo mo bo say mo be mo manya automatic posting no matimi akọ mo anim no wo mo atimi anya kwanya and ubu say nipa no almost a percentage of about 80% they say omo apply omo anya successful and ehefo na yafa omo and when anybody ye ka kire adesuafo a omo the tertiary institutions ni no an say dem bia na MPP ye ba teacher for ye ni mudi ni ye professional allowance ya at time ye ba ye de ma omo ni nyina da so ye de ewo ho covid ba yi kura sebe ni atutu schools mu na mechanics ye nchira de nyina ba no ampomo ejina brani tua ye ka ema echiri kura na ko wie se ye bie ataba mu ye schools ni bi count ye fa teacher for ni bi agum na me hwe we had almost about 144,780 what they say trainees and teacher for ye fa wo ni nyina no nanka egusu a ye koso asa trim ene ye be share mo boss automatic posting ene me no ka say obi a we college of education anase wa ko teacher institution bia office wo pa de kire bia no onim se de na brabo ebesi akwa ye o maka nsensemu ena de ye fa nso so aye miem ena wate kra na yakwa ye dey wakwa ye bi but it's good sebe ye se kwase de intia so mprenu next time wo to aba hwe aban a wo ye teacher ni anase policies of education ho a abua wo dachi eno na wo so hwe na ugina so na wo de to aba me no ka say na ye ka free senior high school ho asem wo mo se o da bi na mukura mu dua ye betime tua ye ma school fees ni ade ene yo mo ba sika ye twitwiri de no mo de top ampes ma mo say economy hiye na se bi wa utimi bo bra wo betimi ahwe ma watimi de obako school na no na me ka ho asem last 2 weeks no inflation baaye na wo hwe me akosoro pa wo fa senior high school ba mu specifically say should to by 7.2% kire se mo amode mo mako senior high school no mo bo ho ka kese ene ma mudi kono yesa akosoro no man bia me fa no drop ya no de me ko baby wo se da bia ne budget so sa ma ne sika e wo school ho bra oda so wo body that time na mo kasa ene nkwala nya duani ni ye ba ye be kodwem ne sika ma teacher fo mo antinsi dwem enkototo nkokɔ ni nwan me kunkum na wo mo nwi no mo nya honya fe ene ni nyina no ankosi aga na ye ni ye firi se ye nim se e ba teacher ho nsense me ba ngoma su a tambia e bebe bia nhihye ya ye de bebe aboa eno na nunam so ye this team medication ne TVET no be wura mu ama enne no nansa no dwuma na efi se ama de suafo no da bia on be wie no masa ba betina fi no ye hye now there was a plan ye be the integrated system of education schools mu a we shase o primary o be koni primary o be koni JSS o be koni secondary school na nka di mu na de ni nyina ye nhihye ya ye but enne bo sha wo hene ba ya hye no for no anim omso be si adama wo mo ti ho asem bra
na yen sorry na ebre no
ya no akwanya be wo mo ntra ho na wo mo hwe de ombetima ye adwuma bi no mbenya mo nka so wakuti
organizer equalizer matewa me ba me pon ba
bi bizo bunyo ni ba bi no wo be ba ba gine de
wo hire ba education under John Mahama in 18 months what they said and what they are offering.
The baby in Kofumi no be boa me pa anti. Once me chia wo mo.
Dulu time no be dance.
Oh, that be with the second. That be operations manager. Shotito o hard.
Me chem papa amwama hene.
Yes, amwama.
PVC no. Oh, PVC chocolate was.
We for no 50.
O me kai say
we ba be two borehole wo ho. Near the polytank esi ho. Enti ensuo no nto a na wo the host na wo the hwehwe ku cocoa no so.
Always a president promises say obi two boreholes e okuku afu. Ha na me fi se bia nko me ye hunu se da ben no mbe sha se tu sa boreholes no. Okuku afu akuafo no se ba emisa. Yemisa se da ben na president betu sa boreholes no e okuku afu. So obetu okuku afu biam na all the polytank asiso na all the pipes atutum na yetumi de agu koku no so. Se be ya akufu ado ada romanti o se amansu kura nto bi nti ono ba sa adwuma no ba besi sa abre we yente ho hwe nti ato force review no so wanka ho asem ti akuafo no se ba yemisa ho asem na omo nkyere ba bi a da ko e be hyase atu sa boreholes no e koku afu na yetumi nya bi agu ye koku so akuafo no bi so wo sela omo nsanka omo sika. Yeah. After bese ye ko be wanyi ni omo nsan nyanka omo sika still abaya ji omo koku beto omo nsanka omo sika nti no so ye be sra aban se omo modern se akuafo no omo aka no omo sika aka be se 3 billion Ghana cedis aban mo modern se omo betumi omo nsaka na akuafo ho atomo and I think said the economy ama akuafo no because akuafo no economy dey agu and then this akuafo economy ye na ye cashew agu ye na ye cocoa agu ye na ye aburo agu ye na ye mo agu nti ye besre akuafo re asa aban we ya mba ma akuafo kra nti akuafo se ye ba ye nka bi mo na president mo modern se obesha se tutu boreholes no na yetumi anya bi agu ye afu so
ezu enti sa Ministry of Sanitation omo ahwe so enfie wotwe a ene nso kakra to omo koji sika wo World Bank se ombe yi gata numu a che se omo mfanye hwe no NDC ba sa sanitation ministry no yebegu no ni asan dia call local government. Okay maybe ansio beto bia yebe yi gata numu nyina na be ya nsio no ba ebenya kwan na asen na ensure etayiri ewo mo junction ho no.
A few moments later
when for no fifi ye beba be two borehole wo ho
yentina Ghana court edoso pa na unim oko high court akumase nko abenya high court 1 high court 2 high court 3 high court 4 high court 5 high court 6 7 8 9 nyina wo ho oko nkran dia high court no kura eya ko be 15 kura edi entina ye ki MPP case bia eko high court 4
ayo
na what we say me ye kuani by dia ye ba sha na akuafo no mo akran kakra o ato force in reading the budget ni ye say what we say president promises say obi two boreholes e okuku afu na me fi se bia nko me ye hunu say da ben no be sha se atu sa boreholes no okuku afu no say ye ba emisa yemisa say da ben na president betu sa borehole no e okuku afu so obetu okuku afu biam na all the polytank asiso na all the pipes atutum na yetumi de agu koku no so se be ya akufu ado ada romanti o se amansu kra nto biem nti ono ba sa adwuma no ba besi sa abre we yente ho hwe nti ato force review no so wanka ho asem ti akuafo no se ye ba yemisa ho asem na o mo nkyere ba bi a da ko e be hyase atu sa boreholes no e koku afu na yetumi nya bi agu ye koku so akuafo no bi so wo sela o mo nsanka o musika. Yeah. After bese ye ko be wanyi ni omo nsan nyanka omo sika still abaya ji omo kuku beto omo nsan ka omo sika nti no so ye besra aban se omo modern se akuafo no omo aka no omo sika aka be se 3 billion Ghana cedis aban mo modern se omo betumi am omo nsan aka na akuafo ho atomo and I think said the economy ama akuafo no because akuafo no economy dey agu and then this akuafo economy ye na ye cashew agu ye na ye cocoa agu ye na ye aburo agu ye na ye mo agu nti ye besre akuafo re asa aban we ya mba ma akuafo kra nti akuafo se ye ba ye nka bi mo na president mo modern se obesha se tutu boreholes no na yetumi anya bi agu ye afu so keke obeka ya me be raise wo video so wo se me na me kofa ankokon kitenkiti ya semba
yes
very
true.
Yeah.
It was always one of your
picks. Maybe say ankokon na echemo mo no omo atwamfie be ebosome be se nan esese abre nka omo anyini ni ehunu ba bi ankokon no wo but ye hunu nkokon no because president can say ye be ma nkokon ubobuo kakra na ya ma nkokon ye ma akokon na akokon no to a na waton kusua no se akokon no so nyina na waton na wanyisika because na ye ka unemployment asem before the elections and a president this adi we buy no kofa ankokon ketenkete buy enti ombae me kan say omo chema omo party for okop constituency level no a me ho say ye mo 5 10 15 de onya akese pa nya 15 obi ho a onya 5 obi nya 10 enti omo ye nkokɔ nanka bra so se omo bam ye hunu se sa nkokɔ no mfa so e wo so because de omo de ma omo no kwa na omo ye brawlers omo ntu nkosua enti ye bisa ho asem no na ase call vara na parliament omo fa no bisa minister no call no bisa se na nkokɔ na mo che no e ho asem se oso omo ku nkokɔ na we omo ku nkokɔ na we enti so omo ready budget na omo ka che se omo di omo sika no e hye baabi a o man no benya mfaso so amenye sure se sa nkokɔ ya yikum omo wi enne mfaso a o man no benya minister so omo wi na omo ase twa video na omo de asende no enti se sika more than 200 million Ghana cedis na ye di wura nkokɔ nketenketim no hyew ahyekɔ enkrofo awe nkokɔ no nyina me kan first me ne NDC mi kɔtra program me raise also da bi omo wi na me so omo wo he eni 1 week na minister be kire se omo awe nkokɔ no nyina enti omo awe nti me sim kofu e so me ninde nti omo pentakra mo asem too much sa the first administration mo koye confirm omo ko bokina omo amba enen so ye de sika akoto nkokɔ de ama mo se mo nkoye omo a mo se ekum nkokɔ na we enti sa nkokɔ no ye no de causing financial loss ya we nkokɔ no nyina enti minister yesre omo we nkokɔ no e se wo hyase no twe omo nyina di doto because the bidde wo baba ansa say ye nyina sika wo de akoma nkrofo akoto nkokɔ a NDC party for no mo de ma omo unkura NDC card ya ma no mo nko akɔche nkokɔ na omo akum omo awe mo se mo pese ye nya taste for local fowl say be ya abrofo de no afira bruchi ba no ye nyina be jawe na okɔche ma NDC for nko awe yi me me danya sa taste ni bi
asa erikopo so omo wi a no mbetene de omo atumi abɔ da
exactly ndi omo ko NDC for nko na omo tene de ya nka ya Ghana for bi enti me fi say entwa yi keke ade na esi tachima krobo is unfortunate entwa yi kura na the say school for no tia say sa aduan na de mom once a day no government policy enya principal no ne kofa ba yo do Mahama policy no because oba power no the first administration no na nurse for any teacher for no moje allowance na meboa e no twam e na kufu adoka so won power 2016 or the beba pam kufu ado won e na the buy wa rani o man no 8 years akufu ado time so yes an koto ababi mu a mo sa nipa na yetwa am allowance mu a akufu ado restore mam no mo se yento ye beto atia e na mo tutia e na John Mahama wa ba the second time no buy no another policy or the bad nursing training college and teacher training college ni say ubedi di once a day akufu ado mo wa biara miensa mo se mo mpe baako no achi nso na yemfa ma no ya moko ka ho asem a ya kote mmoboro de egum so tesere yegum so enrai na wo hwe enkwala mbayo a police fo di omo achi na omo tu America we mu obi a onkura sekan onkura tuo onkura jan bone ben police fo adwuma mo ye no they were unprofessional che ye nuanom nurse fo no teacher fo di o ka se onka bi mo mo a ebe ye bibie ho enso ye be re den o ka se wo di omo achi o ka se onka bi mo enso eja omo nyina ye Ghana fo enti kwaya police for no fa so omo bro sa ankwara mayo awi e wo school mu honra e wo tachima akrobo no entwa yie minim school hopa unim se sa school no na obi ko she NDC ni bi achi a e bra na ye campaign a okoka se baumia o se allowance akama okobi sa akoshen se da ben na baumia tuara allowance ama na baumia ka so ono kura onim se omo du sa level no omo sentiro he will make sure the minister will release their obedru nkaya pe the following day and omo release omo sikare mo omuji we nyina wi omo se yento aba no ye NDC ni mapa ena NDC organizer tachima okoshe na chi no mokoye sa anema no ho ene mo newo na de ya na se omo ye sa anema no nyina ya gi yento no omo wi school omo so tifie na omo nya posting omo tifie omo nya posting enti abato a e wonsunsan so anacha maika no sa nete se ye to aba na so omedia mento obi aba sa uti so obi se obi aba sa na o ye NDC ni politics no obi aba anya sa nete akufu ado ma wa biare miensa obi se mema one no kra na nya de a usika watu ara won seka enti se mo ka se mo ye demonstration so a we beat you na ya kire mo bi a nsunsan so ena de yaduru bi de yaduru sisi yi enti de police for no ye ya o de nurse for no fa so no antwa yi honestly antwa yi se nkwala yi a ebi di America no mu dwane no mu hwiase no mu sore na ye police for the mad I mean how e dia be nkwa na omo aye baby wa school for code demonstration abo say no omo hye tas no omo hye dormitory de we mehu so omo koye bibia sa enti die na si ya police for koto hye nkwala so omo bro omo sere omo bro no na ye mo ma won short ne de ka ho bia no I think say police for no omo act unprofessionally enti say IGP timi hwehwem de commerce ade we to me buy or the divisional commander now owo techman eso timi hwehwe sa ade we police for no omo act yi na mo nso nurse for no edimu ochina ye kwa akoto aba sere chama ken obesore anajo na ode bo akoto wo sere na ye ne face no na wakwa akoto fi se abato wo nsinsanso akufu ado no a na mo so onye na mo so ye Nebukadnezar no na mo waduane di mprensa wase atua wa allowance aka ho we di so be ma one no be mo so a no so kra na emba yi okoka ho asema yase akobro we gusu enti abato no ayese wo nsinsanso no enu bi no enti police for yesrem de mo yero mo anyini yi keke se ye ka nse no nyina bomu dia minim se ye nkombra nso dia dan ka me ba chama Wontumi die won se esiye na mini ha makeka bia obibi amanya opportunity enura se na me wo mu sister station ba kwa wo ayi first say despite media ye wo hayi hello FM na media mi hu ne se ade a isiye no ye mu bi ye tete sa ansem we enye ne o me lawyer abetra ha ka ho asempe omubo omutiri mpo se de omode chama befa so ni nye ne ye to aba wiye na omwe ne ya na omo hyase na some of us ye nyaane mframam ya ye ne nkofo nye nipa ne nyina na ono omudi nkomo wa abonte obetumi di abetra radio so aka enti a deliberate policy under the NDC say kon bia ombefa so a chama Wontumi ombejeli no eso omfa so no omjeli no calculated na omo ye enti se wo hwe the circumstances ni nyina de meka de bia meka ne se de me depa wa asem we mu say areho de say court no anka bebia say Wontumi was doing Galamsey nti na eche no ana meboa Wontumi court no anka say Galamsey no e nti NDC for no omo nama omo si o chama Wontumi was into Galamsey was court no anka say Wontumi no e Galamsey na sase a wa kwa no legally emraka ho ena ne sakae ena odi ama obi se onfanye adwuma na o ye ne se wondua kube enra me ne NDC wo jimi agye na me se kube ne yadua bi wasase wo se da yendua kube ho na me se what do you know yendua kube ho court no ankasa ko land no so ko hu se o madua kube no bi enti nipa na odi asase ama o se fa ye adwuma wi no ena nipa no wontumi amfa anya adwuma na okoye no o ye adwuma foforo na me de evidence me tie nkofo no a o se Wontumi kura de land no mom kura onsi ho kura da ba kokura o kan o mu interview no so onim no ono kura ni Wontumi na enam se akura o pebone dia oton ngumuti ye kwachi sa nkofo a mo na no mo ye Galamsey no ena atane general na o mo tena se ka se munya mo na ye hwehwe mu ye hwehwe Wontumi nti mo meboa yen na ye ni asem na Wontumi ndifo na ye mfa nkotum na mo ye nya am free ana keke nye se ya na se no te se ya na tie o menkan se mram lawyer ha menkan se enye mra se betumi ayiso obi as a prosecuting witness enye mra menkan sa nanso adwene na eta akire no ene me ehunu adwempa na eta wachi a ode yes ade no nipa na okoche no ono se Wontumi kura onim no asase no kura o ma so da omutu omusika akokọ o ma ne bi adwuma ode hye o monsani na mramu no ese se uma obi sa assignment na se wunya krata atani general nya evidence bia to that effect say Wontumi ka say monkoye Galamsey ana monkotu go there land no so enso memeboa me judge no so say Wontumi ano asem ede ogumu ano asem no oje omode no disine Wontumi de no nti sa da tia wodi fo ni nyina ni na ohwe the events na onipa sheda and no more them no more bop say this is what we are going to do. You be show no power. You be chire no tiwa. Na ye bomb pa say. Ni team no any party ni na say ombe ko appeal. And I trust the team. Say omko appeal. Judges you say 3 hairs are better than 1. E ho nipa me ensa na be ko akotra so. Ye hwehwe nsem no nyina mu a me dey I'm highly convinced. Say appeals court no ebenya ade papa bi ama na free Jerusalem aba na nyina yemfanya adesua the NDC for sa omu twa to hɔ nyina no ye na nkasa MP for ye ne ya kreti metanwe minua no owo party wanye we minyae ye to aba mento kofi hu ahinti me nkoto aba ene ya nkasa ye ho saa na de ye beduru bi aduri na ebi obekasa ye Wontumi ne o ochira ebetumi ayewo wofa ebetumi ayewo wunua ebetumi ayewo adamfo pa wo ne nam na sere cha ma kan no enyina bebo mpa ya sere Nyankopon se ba bia Wontumi wo no Nyankopon ma na hoden. I know him meaning the way amana o wa kokoduru a o ye ne nema ye bom pa se Nyankopon ma na hoden na Wontumi endure de okum no na politics de eduru ba bia wo hwe great politicians across the world most of them echo through the Wontumi akomi bi ebi ko da afiase JB dankwaso wo prison ye party ko far by ba ko no omuchi no tum ema wo prison but near no na ye wish for Wontumi no but the ye pese e kire say encrophobia omo abesom oman yi a omo de party politics intino some of them go through this President Kufomi na so omo akọ prison pen enti ye mom pae se obi bia se Wontumi na wo ne wa asem e bia kwan ofa so ye na djuma wani nye ho kwan ofa so ye ne politics na wani nye ho na se ba bia wadu sesie no me say prison don't waste it for even your biggest enemy na nipa bia na omo ha bot time bebre wo omo se nipa wei enko antin sese no be keke Ashanti region de mere me wasem kan me kan so sa opani bi no a so all first vice was Ashanti region no sa opani bi no so all first vice was me Ashanti region moto abama na me nto aba wo ha me nye so say Ashanti region for beto abama no he doesn't qualify onne akoma onne nindia onne tumi onne sa adwena ye political party ni say okwa first vice okoto aba man say sa nipa we nsema okai me ka say mre bia o shase ya no okika sa me betre radio so ka say the way a man that man no oye onye very careful na yenye politics sa ye mfa tan ni bre mfa nye politics ye mfa tan ni bre wonu a wo kotena ase na ye ka say ye party akwa ahohiahiam woni wo nipa na oye candidate ya okosore tia no andruasiama ya ye kwade no ko parliament no o meka ye ho ne ye nya adwuma no uko charge sika uji sika minyame na meka o kana Japan ne kan o so otua wo ka ase 1 million Ghana cedis na wo mfa so ba ne wanya o party wo mfa so a wanya na ho na nya sa mfa so no bi obi a wo kasa ma party o ya party wo ho na nya 1 million do say 1 billion ana nyasa 10 billion no 1 million 10 billion na wenti wafa nipa to tankuruwam over the years enti se Wontumi ni hoyi na ye o chama obetimi ahwe party so wa Ashanti region na de na wo peni ye jeli no amenti ase ere ya fana ntuma me enti ye de to mi na yire mu mienu ose miensa na se na fidie ho ye de na bema wa na de na wunya firim de na wunya me time nua me nya no amekuno ye nkyentum eno no ekosi de party ba ko na mu firim NDC for look tama to force mo na ye de omo court na de keka kan no NDC members of parliament kwa no omo nko omo so na omo di ato force eji na office ato force no nkofo na omo tan wo party dum but omo jasa na ma nyina ato ho because o ye party ni ndia wo ye MPP ni a ye nka ye hommom sa na ye party ye free man ye nyina ye behia because political party no sa na tie people with common ideology that we fight for political power through elections to control policies and personnel. That is how political parties are formed. Into ube trans na ukase utai ubinti yemfa nkotuma eno die na onya free me metranka se NDC ni kura yemfa nkotuma na de omo ye die eduru ha ye beka bi enti ye besre se ye na ye party for no ye hunu se party no eda yakoma so ye nipa baako de ewo obia mu bia obi dia ye waye bia no menya pa ankasa opani no se sabre nko okoni nkoto dwane na opachew oguzo awoye
kwasinti
ne de beba ne de beba mate sa nete
mate
enti wona wotan no wa na opena asemu mesre enyina ye kwen nkoto dwane ma ye mompa ye macha ma ngut ahreho mesi Monday na me te sa asem no na me drive me park here I just sank me accident because makoma how 20 good years not even one day me mako bien na for no mako ho one day omo de me ko abra na me nya hwe omo investigate omo na nya se bia na me student kwa wo Lagos. Now obi ko public ko ba ko publish ade bi na akobi threatening say obi ku no e na me hu ne number e wo daily graphic ni e na me free akwa number no e na ko e na bi say na wo obi a publish ade about President Rollins na say wo ne nya adwe why don't you call for a rejoinder say obi ko ba ko obi ku no nti sa na omo investigate akwa no nti omo hwe nipa omo ne na akasa e na omo trazy ya na omo hu say me number ni me say me na campus omo hu say omo gire machi omo de me ko say chairman me say me ko tra ho from anopa be 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock e wo blue gate wo omo de me ko na obi abehwe me no akwa we he can do that no obi aba no no achi omo say senka wutumi ma yenya akwa no che no a enka ye wo isika bi ho a na ye de atoso ankene be ma na say wa obi ni ma ko enso
but
enti baby aye money for
God but besa ba won chen bio chairman me crossover color ya on membra won chen what na ye chen lo mema kwa ba
me just so honorable kiki
na ho ye
nyame adom
ye da yame ase adwuma mu boko
boko ye guson kakra obe na dai
ye da yame ase lo the last time I chuchen commodity na wo chairman judgment no so working kind over the weekend when we say lawyers are over now you will be remuna be bother chide be denam hana and enra the omo ni other cases no so say party no AJS in the so lawyer attaching and enra exim bank the adone year turn on the regional no udi edimo enti still yeah share edimo appeal won komono eda ho and court I think are crowd here no and answers no I think say then a Friday Accra courts the being city but lawyer no and adamates the obe pese ube remna uya baba chairman Ernest
mecha and the young na masachia a lecturer na oni say chairman some no migu so kind judgment na attachment me ho ase on say sa Henry okum no asema no oka nyina za oka judgment na keke areho na afenyo marking e kan sem bi na nka na mitimi ko tu na nka mepe because no person kire sa de bia ni ho no ma ebeka ho se de tie bia enti ebeduru mere bi no also ebetani about so no opaka kire doctor ayini say ebeduru ba bia MPP beba power no ono de okire 2028 Dr. Ayini be kwa akodam ama wontumi ayedan apie to yusu wa be so reverend and possession I mean refi the actual quotation no na ye ni breso na no okasa of parliament pa
the day we no call they were in black me
wo hwe asemia Henry okumi asemia okay o say A1 permitted me to do reclamation. A1 also permitted me to extract the mineral. Na me mfama me ye reclamation. And no cry a questioner. A1 ye Wontumi. So ana A2 ne ye you know dia wadane na ye hunu no. Enti ana A3 ne ye company no. That is Akonta mining. Na Henry Okum no ebra ye bisa no. O si A1 no ema me kwan se mi nkodua kube ampaso kube ne madua 18,000 ho ani yebusa na question se no ma wusika se fa kodua kube no o se da bi wa ma misika na emum wa ma misika no eni nti o kan se ya mintu mineral na ewo ho ne bi na memfa enye se adwuma no asemo yi nipa betima hyehya ma wo
ana wontumi so wohwɛ ne witness statement bibia oath waso yɛ oath ana ɔde kan no ɔse throughout in a life ɔma Henry Okum no ekwan ese onkutu mineral ho because asase a wɔse wɔ reclaim na ho ne hia no ampa so ukɔ in evidence wadua 18,000 kube ena wɔ hɔ a ukɔ a wudi wani hu ne sei eno de judge na nka nkyerɛ ne sɛ mahunu sɛ kube no yadua 18,000 ti we yedi adanse sɛ wontumi a reclamation or koye because reclamation as you say afforestation and afforestation say o say dua nu afforestation o say dua nu ama wanya asase ne back court na begitum say oni direct evidence wa hu say asem na
ade we a issue a na no na me ni obi argument o say according to a judge no say wontumi de ne land ma nipa no na wamani sika no na officer die na onfa so onye na me se ebi a judge na onim yen akan ye ne ma de se wonim se yefre ebibi abunu ene wa abusa yem ye nche enti memetumi de masase ama abra memfa sika bi anka ho but wo ye adwuma na eba ye be chem miensa me bia me de 2 wo de 1 ana se chem mienu a wo de half me de half abra memfa sika me yi a me contribution no ene ye land na me de ama enti se judge won te sa de we as na ka se esen ko diska ka ho a I mean I don't get it
absolutely you see ehona na make kan ba no enti se wo hwemu a judge ne se me need direct evidence enti minimanya direct evidence e ma judge na ko 2 cases bi a obodin Republic versus Dua Republic versus Ananefiajo ana me kan say Republic versus Dua no ye ayo o ye nipa na ne girlfriend ye medical doctor e wo Kwalebu ana oplan ni bo ni tirim say me free land aba be kuno enti o free land bedru ya na o de guy no ko share dem te say de o mudi do no ana o de sekan wo ne yam ekun no obi ani ho enti o kana asem no ana court ne say o se nyamia guy no so awu dance ni bia no anu ne nipa ba ko peda e kasa ana prosecution ne say wonko ana una ukun no o se nyamia ne mom dia na asem a o kan say ye ko agreement say abusuafo ha ye enti min free land emra ne emra mekuyan ye mienu nyina ye nkuyan ho free wiase na omo mfere ana court ne say fine won so de na aka ne betima no kore ne enkofa expert medical expert emra no mehwe sampa se kan na de wo no na de wo na medical expert ne bae no say se kan na de wo no awokom kese enti se ye obi gina bonten no de force e de wo wa na se kan na be den e be ko betimi ewura mu akosa ne mo wa wo de wo ho a obetimi de awo ho awu batum pia so saa emfa nkwa akiri because eti ehɔ no judge ne ko rely expert witness no in the case of River versus Republic versus Silvercrest court ne say expert witness no onye bound by expert witness by experience acrobit me the expert witness in the court it has a persuasive effect let's just say otimi convince court no it the court no realize say o share nkra da niam mu no ne the expert witness ne beka yin nyina no circumstantial evidence na ehɔ no hu ne say eye dua na ɛwɔ no seka kun no ne the last person Rollins kun na yankum ni pabiem ya jeli na ya si yankuku no ana judge na sabe ko 2 Republic versus Ananefiajo me ma eno ne ba na ekosi wode ne ba pie one ne the last person wode ne ba pie ye ana ya hu akola ne bi won so me hu me ba no kora sa wode akola ne di nanim ana wode aba ahwe ne tirim kun no na ja sa wode ne tini kwa akwaji skadru Republic versus Ananefiajo one ne the last person one ne ba ne pie ye obia ne na mpie bi mti court no hu say o use pieces of information that will lead to irresistible conclusion e dey anachere say there is no other person than you one ani ne pie the last one na ye fan to win to me dey no any case na okotu ye no eno na ana ne fiajo no no nko ana ne ho ana dua nso no no nko ana oba ne wuye we dey ha no okum nie ana wontumi nie ana company ni sunie ana ha no okum say wontumi ka asami de min kodua trees ni emfa enye emfa se NCC environment no ampa so is in evidence 18,000 trees no obusa se wodua kube no se medua ana obusa se wunya sika we na didua kube no sa he no okumwe na wontumi a report ese bi no ye Galamsey aba ne no mu nipa kora ɔyɛ nti wakɔbɔ police for amane say mon konkɔkye wo mo ama PW3 na ɔno nso bae na ɔyɛ prosecution witness dansini police ni ɔbae no ɛsɛ ampa wontumi be report to case man na ampa ye kwan ne kɔkye emu kura ne sai hu Henry Okumwe sɛ ɔno nso hɔ ɔyɛ illegal mining ti asɛm no ɔno nso abedi adanse. That means that first of all wontumi kɔ report ɛno ati no ɔse me ma wokɔdua kube court na ahwɛ report na ɔkae no court na ahwɛ kube na okɔdua no na court ni tie die Henry Okumu ka sɛ wa ama misika sɛ memfa nkotua kube no memfa nkonkɔdua nti me kɔyɛ Galamsey na me de bidua kube no ana sɛ me de yɛ kube na adwuma ma nipa de duaeɛ nti court ni sɛ wontumi nkɔdam 20 years. Is it right? Keke tio asɛm na meka no eti court ne na kɔtum relying solely on the evidence of hello report policeman report and no the judge any kube 18,000 na otua ne de court na hu say intended purposes adwenkro na ye de ma Henry Okum ekɔ hɔ no ɛsɛ onkodua kube eti Henry Okum no ɔkɔ ɔno ani own volution ana okotu Galamsey and the court na ntimi ehuna ankasa asɛm no ɔsɛ wontumi nkɔnkɔdam 20 years ɛhen fa na judgment to I don't think say eti ne wanyansafo miensa wanyansafo num no eti nyansani ba ko hwemu na wahuna nyansafo miensa me de me wogidie sɛ court of appeal no unless ɛsɛ chief justice na be panel sa court of appeal no enipa miensa betena se this e bia nipa miensa no unanimous FC ɛyɛ adwuma de na ɔmo de NDC for judges kɔtena hɔ de a ɛno na betuma ba sɛ because I can senate bia no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ma yehunu say ye were unanimous FC ye were court no ekufo ado court ho nti say the okan ne ye no kra de a ene ne ye John Mahama court nso wo ho eni say ko ba say John Mahama court no na etena se de a ene na wontumi nya ne ho nko na mo say John Mahama court na ekotena se na ye pepepe ye court de a I can tell you say wontumi e was say court ni timi ja no you see keke ensem no o kan na o kinkan judgment na ya na eye me wanwa and the mere fact that say accused person no ogina ho wasan ka cho say me lawyer akora ni ho waye 2 applications na de akọ na attach kan no open read Senator Rollins and Republic versus Mekankan Republic versus what S party akosa kan Republic versus Mekankan and Senator Rollins court na kan touch akra ka page 52 esa obekan ho no o say imprecise definition imprecise meaning a vague asem na mo ka no entiase nim obia rival meanings we se menteme ho ase a o judge no study the entire proceedings ni nyina the facts hwe pleadings ni nyina hwe ne me da woni mu ni nyina unu say chinyeje wo ho a decline na refer to the Supreme Court because by virtue of what Article 130 clause 2 and Article 2:1 Supreme Court on kwana wo decision to interpret a constitutional provision by the judge no or usurp the powers of the Supreme Court and on one try say and yes statute explanation normal but on one try to interpret a constitutional provision edit ya wontumi ebuai and also it goes against
na make kind judgment no sure judge na said there be in call for interpretation be adie no ye so all kind interpretation yeah
it doesn't call for interpretation but the judge went along to interpret okoso mono akọ interpret open ka judgment ni we and therefore the proper interpretation of this waka wom a wono interpret it and this interpretation no or was that to me no what usap
clear here you be
what usap the functions of the Supreme Court need to me now or one will be any be no medical catch also or 5 main jurisdiction our didn't interpretation ne dia review ne dia exclusive ne dia supervisory ni nyina ne functions ni bi no and this interpretation no yan fa ma wo high court yan fa ne say clear now if you search ni dia ne ho a yes we betima do decision ababa if you make an attempt as a we interpret the work constitution ni mu dia we need say to me no the power has been given to and it was stated in the Senator Rollins case inteno ne ba sa no that's what chiri mente ho cry grounds and so mutimi de kwa api what you say etimi mi dem hu ni say a political prisoner pa ya ye adwene se eni nti na afenyo marking e kan kire Dr. Ayini say emra no betimi asesa na said etrenia na so no Dr. Ayini ye chine de ni question enya me nwanwa say president bi be free so one day within 3 years ye betete na brabo a chine say de nako
oh yeah de abobo ba de
abobo ba no enye nwanwa say president bi be free so because within 3 years the constitution na can say within 3 years ubetimi a president e de nako court. Into within 3 years no enya me nwanwa sa aban bi beba obeso president bi mu say Jacob Zuma no de ni gina court no tete na brabo because the woman no de ekono no the oman no aduru no because e de ntina me hu ne say ye fair trial e de ntina ye criminal jurisprudence na etete ye no criminal jurisprudence no keke enkyere bibia ye friend orada na ye nhwe ba bia ora ni free already free say bedin konkonsa kire me na memfa obi and try no mfa no kogina court ehene fa ana ye criminal jurisprudence the theory of law aye de isu a me call law school ni bi Dr. Srim Saiko bi Dr. Ayini ko bi minu anu mo ye lawyers nyina mo ko the same law school the same makola ne nyina ye ko ye ehene fa ana ye provision no constitutional provision ana say ye criminal jurisprudence ye the theory of law and the jurisprudence no ehene na aka kire ye say Mama for me di konkonsan kire me ansa nam do in the first place no hearsay evidence take kire inadmissible except what borders on traditional evidence and family evidence. So pursuant to section 116 and 117 of the Evidence Act, assembly obi beti aka kire obi a yanyi ntum je se de ya busua amamre anase ye nananom abakosem ene amamre no kwa na court se yanyi ntum eti ansa na wo si ora Mati ora nti obi meka asem mfa nkyere me na me mfa obi mbatum obi meka wuntumi asem obi meka we asem mfa nkyere me no eno nyina ye inadmissible eno na wagina so that is the basis upon which would obi akogina court they try no it is a prosecution if you say me Henry Okum afrim na right obetima ka say me because all powers ni nyina initiating proceedings ni nyina belong to Attorney General by virtue of article 88 Attorney General betima ka say ye the car bo ni pakora me na wu maja no enu nti no Henry Okum aseme de na be ye dance ba se me do be ye dance ami me coachiu e me kire wo se kasa ya ama misika enti nam se ya ama misika amfa nkwa nkodua kube ni nti no eye mi ankasa na me kotu galamsey na me de kodua kube no na ye se wa na otu ahoka enu no bi ka abunu ni abusa no so obi betima ka se dua kube na kube ni ba me ne wache enti eno no court no averte ne mind etu sa de na ansa na judge ni gina so na de me ya me di twa to okra ne se edi enti na Ghana court edoso pa na unim oko high court akumase nko abenya high court 1 high court 2 high court 3 high court 4 high court 5 high court 6 7 8 9 nyina wo ho oko nkran dia high court no kura e yakọ be 15 kura edi entina ye key MPP case bia eko high court 4
ayo
the question is high court 4 judge we awodi su no ono na di railway so adami ya kufimo odi ahana ho ahwan odi wei e party computer na de man no
kokuvite
eti koku justice kokuvite no ayi no computer no no kwa na nim no eti computer na ye ki case ni de man no
ya ka mo say right cases ni na high profile cases
edi eti na justice no eti e man nye unanimous me come question me busa ne say me wo cases a ya file mienu ene kweshia wo high court 6 de aka bi wo high court 4 mi case bi wo high court 2 meye even asante achem de eko high court 6 na me wa another case and no bribu ahende ama me eno so kwa another high court 6 me ami wo mi case ye ki eko high court 2 her lordship Rosemary eko no ho ye go case ni bi wo ha eko high court 4 e bi wo justice Razak ho eti computer ne de man no dini nyina akọ enu 2 pe na ekwa ha mi obi wo ba bi
computer kra na chiche
yes edi na MPP
computer no dim justice
kokuvite MPP case no kwa justice kokuvite
computer
who something ya wasi bisa ya ho keke meka mu basiri mi bata sema mi bisa yi
MPP cases no computer no kokuvite
ana the court so a ubo se circuit court 4 circuit court 4 adenta circuit court 4 adenta circuit court 4 because so between na circuit court bebre no so computer na select adenta circuit court 4 adenta circuit court 4 ade computer no ono kwa circuit court 4 any high court 4 eye 4 so
computer the friend is after that party
asemi yehu
lawyer justice kokuvite kana chigbe bitia why kana chigbe baby awo bia bitia ono dia 20 years na judge na dia asem no kura no computer no e ko wie hokura no still on you satisfied yo
ebedu ona ya ma judge bi promotion oboso free high court na judge bi anya
no promotion dey say you say be
court of appeal
maybe adan me say me body but promotion dey nche beba
na keke ya nhwe ya abendu so beba no be create in court of appeal wa be create bibia high court ni bibia ebi no person mo create regional tribunal
maybe ada be say kan me body na wa wo ye we na promotion no but na wa wo hwe yam yanim say promotion we die ai
animal farm
I say promoting
animal farm
the only be we say e pra na try opuni mo no na try Owura Collins Dawuda mo enya nya court ba ko e different
yeah
and it taking 8 years na say justice
be my chairman Embrabu Kakrana ye be hu omo e be promote a nche ye be hwe ye de ani tuam ana say ye de ani hwe pa enche ye hu se promotion aba media men kan ye be promote no sa judge for the promote enti enche
yeah really disappointed in
promotion obi bagia na ye hu sa enti ye promotion opa kasa wompe na tena ha na promotion ye be hwe say promotion ube so bu say ya ye hu ne etie chairman
gege me graham ma de mo ke
me na me ka
tira chief justice kura ya mo obi akoye committee chairman ama ko ye wi no committee chairman ana akotena so ye wa ye onwa so no ocho elected
and o ka se ko cases nyina ye mfa ni nyina megu ni table so
na che ya ebeku da bi dia kono Ghana fo enya dide ye wa judicial no
ordinance mara
lawyers resign ever retire say omo nya lawyers tidi a obenya wo judiciary no mo no ebe ye hu
aye hu
say now the fire we call anu ana say ada your choice be
yes KK I think say John Dramani Mahama ni NDC omo de Ghana e fa kwan bi so a se wani efikakra now cast your mind back to 1980s to 1990s. So what kind of physical implementation program?
Yeah.
A PNDC NDC. And it is a Jumadieno, a Ghana ha. Emranti na mabawa mutime munim sa se dem bese mamu hunu Ghana na one of the countries near come manufacturing na yeah one of the best. Senior come manufacturing say yemfa enfidie enyuma enye juma for what should I call them omo ambidi so any colonial masters any advance nkroma mreso enfidi juma ana Ghana ha na ya dia na buwa yen NDC PNDC NDC for ena Ghana ha ometonton enyuma wo Ghana ha anye bia no Kumasi ha ne yo jute factory wa ha shoe factory ne bi wa ha woti ase sa factory we nyina na wa ha na dan ko akufu adobae eno se no se mehwe se ne wiase ekro nese opese wo man wo de wo ho usika se mo de wo ho a ewo so man fidi djuma ene o man no ye di gina na dan ko akufu an Dr. Muhammad Amammu no ne ye grow 7 and ye ko 10 ne boa wo man no enita na dan ko akufu the cast of the one factory den eba na unim BBC a keke ya na ya but se wo hwe nyankopon hihye ye mu a it tells you say sa di be hona sa ama e bia be ka se enkade ne yare papa John Dramani Mahama second coming NDC for ehoro no mani ye fe e ka kire ye say John Dramani Mahama betena fie asua na nado danko akufo ado amamu papa wabuo into abesua nyansa obesua amamu nyansa into the Ghana mana ondi ebe ko bosha asase so ema emabunu ene Ghana fo bi ne ye ka chom se de omo kan eye ntro nya no kure omo ntimi nye papa ne yaso na hwepen papa wei ena ne mera so waka se Ghana sika president o wasi ya wiama na ka dompene ye papa we ya papa we mera so ana no bi ko medical school wie wasi ya fan me jado na mentida so be ko medical school wie ni aka se ye mfo wadwuma nurse ni teacher awo wie ya the following month na se results ba na mo ko start adwuma enya John Dramani Mahama press ana sa niema we start here etie kaya nam se no mo ye youth no ma hunu nti no no mo nyini no mo ka se de ye kan ntwanto so enenne o ka chom so the one job 3 shifts eba ni major policy wo de ba bua maburu manya nwuma aye afa de keke ye metimati a the only vaco aluminium processing company ye wo e wo mamu ha John Dramani Mahama and this is for that so mo beton omo di 70% e ma private investor na me se me tis ase we keke me yam sheme ena mbusa say 24-hour economy no John Dramani Mahama and this is for kan ye no e wan na kanya bia no de nko abetu ide enka fasika den fa sem because keke se wutimi efasika se wodi ye nkokon ketenkete ediska kwosem amati mbeka kire ye se mudi trainee NDC fo ekwa fa so ye nkokon emma mu say yes si edwan nkokon ye nkokon Ghana ha ni ye wia eye entino mudi ama wo mo ama minister mwa ebe gina be ka kire ye say ai ama Ghana fo ehunu say yes si ye nkokon ne wi local nkokon a desene foreign nkokon Ghana fo wi free wi fie nkokon ye ne eyene keke you see areho se wo hwe pa se wo man chichire ye ene ye si ye chichire na ye ni abrese de akufo ado na dan ko akufo ado ba ye wo ka se amine Harry ye ko para na dan ko akufo ado ba ne first time wa bra na ho kire nya manu hunu NDC for dia kotum ka kire se ya wis kamna ka dompe wo boy fresh HS one of the capital intensive program akufo ado fire napco na mebunu tifom nya adwuma nye in order say betimi am meburu nya adwuma ye no okofa napco de bai e make sure say ye de Ghana sika no awape no e de behwe sa amofra yi ase bienumam ama medical students mo wi school yan for no ya fa wo mo e program we nya de ma Ghana ye musa John Dramani Mahama bai
na we dey sorry say be show back ko dey ya okay wodi be say ye bufu kura no pabiti tie be bufu investor ko skura na ye mpese be body
woni di
no on mind investor kwa ko tinase ye be say be body what is the meaning of
what you say ama keke na nadu dan ko akufo tumi ye sika e de ye sa ne ma we now me amra vako
money de ye koka Ibrahim Mahama so a wo say nya ono a enya ono na ehwan what is the meaning of
bisa wo see so Ibrahim Mahama any form a form of good year won some day eya ade a wo pe eya ade a that is it I am so about fine fm so what you say okay nyina hini box site okay vako no eyo mu raw material de na de ye aluminium anamebua enti se nkrofo obusa omudi bisa se Ibrahim Hama wati gata mu onye yie se construction wonya biem
se ana lawyer de ba ku bi kire be takwa de baba de kaza
sauti asie se me catch them before sana ye beto be catch am se munim mu ba mu ho senka mo de enete ne kura ma no eno otuo no process yankeye ene de dia process no eno na ye ne dia na vako anya bia no menua ye nkyɛnsee aluminium niema yeye adwuma ye fo yenya magana fo nya adwuma ye ebuama economy ni gina nagu sa one factory niema ye na start ye eno push skagu mu musori amu no den etume draw kase MPP ye diska kogu ayi ye fa dey say mosi ye de ye diska agu ayi banks wa bra banks ye imagine ye nguno enti so tumi nya sika necessary sika no tumi de $1 epusugu o mamu a ade enti na se vako enya sika wontumi fa sika nkosem na ka nya bia no wonfanya first 24-hour economy no more running shift because of vako jene na so a ebetimi run 3-4 shift in a day ama de ache nko no mo ye adwuma ni na di na tie yan dia box anya yan dia enti na no o ma bia pese obe di ne raw material be ko outside o peso process na value bam wo de wo ba ya wo so mpe die wo ho na Ghana ebua yen ama yetimi enyumasem ekosoro no wo so wo mpe na nkahwe na no danko akufo ado ba ya o yes what do want to say one factory ba yemmuama yemfa nyuma adesua emran ene keke me catch na wo se ne ko technical universities na ko hwe programs a ene mabunu no eye previous na ye business ene so ko engineering department a wo mo bu business students so it tells you say Ghana for mabunu no enya sa gidie no eni sa wo dono pepa ne say won besua nsa no dwuma na sekeke enkolari bai na ne wo ho dada no modi kan to bio gi hok nyina moton wen moton gi hok na na do ko akufo do be no be obetani gi hok e ma gi hok sorry ene sorry mo bo ma point CEO no point no na gi hok mu NDC ni ene ye CEO e wo gi hok you understand na weye nyem wani wu
Maxwell Kofi Juma me be ya konno
fe and neighboring countries no mo say nyina akọ ho omo product ko ho outside Ghana no mo product ko na enti na mo dia mo ba bia na o man eja pade eja ato ho e di janchirima gudi amu afa sen enfiri maka kraka no so a mo fa e se yenye dai se die be pa na nti se 4 years be koi am ye koto abai 2028 e die be pa ne be ka Ghana for nsem MPP aban na sa aban e be ba e be hweso etim na chechire wo man na ye bu man se ya keke eye ye bu man se ya eye hwe na anu ye hwe finance minister na anu ye enom na mo ka kire so mo ba wo mo de prudent measures on be cut down expenditure anabeboa no mo de atene Ghana hwe na anu ye ya IMF eja ye yi wo mo sa signature na kura pen no enwoi inkene nwoi wo mo kwaji $1 million Ghana ha kwaji billions wo kwaji edie ba di ne betimi aso se NDC mo ba ye mo aye enche wo se mo ko bobosia mo sa signature ne kura nwoi mo se mo nye bosia mo ka kire MPP se na na da ko akufo do agebosia enanu ye free IMF mo sign omo ni sign ye sign ye no me say ya inkwa ni bia enwo keke mo akwaje bosia companies mo do mo ka mo ntua mo sori eno be ka che Ghana fo sa to force I mean what is it adai boni be pa ni ti Ghana fo e meburu Ghana fo ma minimum papa no mo aye NDC na dia ni aye boni be ni aye o mo kan kire yen nene ye hunu se ejana na me nka wasem nka ye nka biem na mde mo nko ba keke ni ekoyi die I think say Ghana for ye sapomu nsuo na minimum 2028 is so much 2 years almost 2 years ago account last 2 years 2 years no kwa 1 year the borrow year na the election
campaign
ya mum kwa ho ban mayen mum kwa ho ban mayen na mo fa ntwa 2028 na yesi enipa bebrebe na o maye silent no mo ti ono o mo nkase o na mo duro abato a na bo hu mabufuo sa bufuo no ye mfa nsore na onan ye mfa nkoto aba
but chairman Ernest Ajay medanse papa enche ye ba sorry na gasto aben but honorable brother na ye na because na ka adama test e wo basa
keke 24-hour economy e wo budget no as a chairman aboboso you see the biggest scam ever in the history of this country it is our agenda now mo de buy formula 133 no ze o come so baby I 24-hour 24-hour no mo can say 3 shifts o and this yes so be kwa anopa na so be ko awi anajo a eno nye 24-hour o nye no na mo ka kire mo ka say adwuma ba ko bia nipa miensa na be nya sa na mo kan enti same jam fit na television ka kire say ono Captain Smart be kwa anopa na ya titi akwa awia no same jam fi akwa anajo enya miensa na eda na nne mo ko anopa na mo ko anajo a mo se mo ye 24-hour yi eno free fa after thought and a more say more 24-hour no salary dia yen ko fa DBF say 24-hour market bra
there been as almost filling stations 268 practice 24-hour economy sala bakacha almost say 24-hour na filling stations
say say o ko fa market bra many NDC for ko na be say 24-hour market no manifesto no mo manifesto o me phone so me read it say me read me bible him for na wo say mo ba be si market o say e wo na me say beef ba me hwe be si ne Wontumi ankyere me eni ho after thought and am mo be market ya mo ye mo de kika ye nkrofo ti ko ma so de kan
mo ne na mo ho bon a
aha ko dware you see enti amaburu no amomo assurance say mo be fa nipa nkrofo nka wo regional coordinating council regional minister miensa coordinating directors miensa finance officers miensa na nka obi a ho ne adwuma na nka onye bi aye enne frakadam Wontumi anye enti mo se mo ba be market no so amode keka ye nkrofo ti abom ukọ most of the blue areas ni nyina na baby a ye de market no kosi ankasa na da mo kontokwa we pese ye mfa nkosi we si o ye mfa nko ha we si ye mfa nko ha akwa bibie ho you see enti sa ne ma wo ya mo ye no mfa so be ne wo so enti maburu no ammo assurance mo be bibie adwuma ama obi anye bia ye shift no anye adwuma Wontumi anye asieru nkatia se ye betete electricity bill so na mo ye adwuma na dwono na nka Wontumi anye sika ye adwuma na dwono eno wo hefa wo he Women's Development Bank ya mo kan ho ase ma fe na mo se ye next year mo beduru December na Wontumi ahu ayi efese atofo se fe na wanya
na no am ndi so mo wo bose bi o mo ahye Ghana fo a abemana
me bisa Ghana fo no se nsema mo kae no NDC for ba pawe de bempa na asese wabrabo
oh my
anya hwe Akufo-Addo promise free senior high school me wafase bi enya bi enti na mahu se ho no tokuro na atua enti Ghana ni bi anche me se NDC for ba power mo ko 2 years ni de na asese wabrabo ya na efisi Akufo-Addo ye nipa bonefo no de na asese enti entro ne nada e no mo beje o man no enti baburu bi a wadwen se na NDC for na 1 million coders no kra na mo kan ho ase na e wo he
ha yaso kola no be ko kra no ba bi o say ho mo ye bi no o me ko so dia ba yante one sam kra ha NDC 4 years ka
Frakadam kuma enti Ghana ni bia especially maburu no a na omudi ntroche mo say ye bema mo adwuma no baby ya deso ya NPT
but honorable be that say lawyer e bia be nche obi lite so that
the other can many animal can nyina awie na me de me hu ni say
next time kwai be ba sa 10 bid and then me say kan ya be say because I'm not fortunate as a tribunal
the position of the law is clear what tema in your interpretation bia enti the omam de court they've not properly evoke the original jurisdiction of the Supreme. I was here punishing Omokra. But they are doing agenda for Supreme Court. Now, the man is there. They are at the end of the day. They are Yamara say, Emre no betimi asesa. Because Dr. Srems I say, young colleague vacation in October, no de nipa more akojina ko. To where you clear say MPP 443. Brosa almost some can some about out.
Say so about that
political party no. MPP as a political party. No more legal team nyina ntena senkom humom. Na NDC do the baby omo dey afesi wo mo.
Kodu ani ne patin wi ase sa. NDC fo nyambe twom mo ye Galamsey ne nyambe twom ka wo.
Wa party na obom dia.
Kodu nyambe twom ka wo because we ade a wo sa tini obi so se enye no. Yentwa ho ma yo universe kwa mfa ho nchew waka mo bia jedisa jewe enye anka ye pensu de ka de be chin esi we ye Galamsey ye yinama we ye Galamsey ye yinama enne ase nhuni ano de kan Galamsey ho asem 2023-24 eba sa ho de na we ko de we and se me party for mo ntia se mo ntie ni aban bia ni wa ba 2016 Eduma Ben Yanye. And maybe I'm so Ghana for any no. You might question a few.
Yeah.
MPP for buy, dear no man farmer. And there may be a Mokan ya, the almost at 20 years. One buy almost a bay and you paid for the idea. I'm on and the name MPP for, one baby Makudu. And you are here the same thing about you see, it's not a name of Fra or Babayu, washable, yes. Why? But you can't say any no about one shaman and cosmo.
President John Mahama say unya akwenya tunufu based on the ecoso system nimu edwuma sem ekwan enyome betimi aboa mabia because MPP before nso ani abre say dey 2028 ombeba and the minim say mo mo pe flag bearer foforo and I will support tetem
no
tetem John Mahama tetem so no ko Supreme Court say one yambum no ye ni separately ni ntonsa nkwa de no be
our advice him say ma onko
sir
oh yes
say Supreme Court ba no say an kambum na ye separate ni ntie fa ni say ba ko a
me say our advice him say ma onko obetuma twenche na wa advice
James your hope
kodo uni bibi hwe ni pa na ya na ye ntie ho ase Bribia ne ade a wo so ye ne diri bribi o ade bi aka waje ye nsan ko famfam mat ne tu fije Nelson Mandela o ko dem 20 something years o buy o serve one time o say a friends table in back him now who is na nyansa ntim there was a good reason tama ho den no e na aboa enchirima e prepare wo mo a ye den yi nye tama wa ye den wa ye mre
but some party mu wonkofo bi a o ma ye mre so still an ho pe flag bearer
into buy no mama buy so here I pick young ones and go he has to give party no hope and future
right
and na ne ho den no wo kan bonkum nifa e de wo moko ye mo exposure this time no we sa den be den e be yi was 4 years you wi na okotan chan ya say la party no we ye panyin wo sa ande na wagya ho e de aboa party no de bia na party no ye be kwale mo say no be kan bia be den e be ye adwuma
abenti ya afra no Dr. Computer on television do also for 8 years I was even promoted and so and this for ba be mara ada wodi nkan woye in the wasake oye Ghana for our for ho na nwa woye MPP for 1 year 2024 recruits. 1 year 2024. 1 year December, so-called December recruitment. 1 year 2023, 2022. What for when you because they were MPPs, including my own junior brother Techi Mensah. Simply because I am MPP. My yake say we in the otife. Na ura ba omi ase mama pem wa kwa hu yen ma otidam won kan wa akoma mfontu wo yem na acha bia wo na afi oyi a benze ya odi wo fa na pressman on wo konsu kaye conference there ekufu adodo wa dan oye yensu nyina wa dan coffee wa dan tea mande when juma wo ye yan Galamsey led madani we 8.4 the Ghana water for nye no fonke se nso a wa send poto na just 3-4 days ago madalareke the lecture it would have been appropriate osande yeah Obama is all kinds of quote unquote and the other person abonizin ya won no what about you go there juma o no yon kwafo kwa wo you know kwafo na ngasa commentary or running or direct before you we dey wa kan the most say was say oya NDC John Mahama na ban na Galamsey na mugudu amuri ya wo won tem ya Obama and what about you go e TikTok Eko Facebook, Ogubebia, they were saying it right in front of you. And you know what the message quote unquote, because I don't want now to say that it is not admissible on air. It's that to quote unquote. It's the appropriate response would have been there. But Mamukra was a binum walk or warrior that I'm saying, oh, we can see somebody you cover it in video. Mamukra,
there is video. Haven't you seen that video?
Video or children no
I've not seen the video where we demolish the structures and nyama yes said in our one
mo chada binum ya Galamsey mo ka kire ho
ehun video no ma
I haven't seen those
mo ye no mo hia na ehun
I haven't seen those
video ni me pa me fe me mo sisiara
botuma transfer mo
pese ye Galamsey
yeah but more importantly 3-4 days ago mpoho fiase ana won friend mpoho fiase ma why Galamsey na ma in front of a police station.
I started discussion now.
What's me can you come answer me? In front of police station. Nana Galamsey all koda. Galamsey furniture there. Soja fu okokaji won sika. Na soja fu asesi ya yim so na 9 months one over third. Okokaji won sika. Police fu okokaji won sika. Ahemfo okokaji won sika. Party mpemfu Galamsey funa wenmu mpoho fiase why ya my electric poles VIF won electric poles electricity won electric poles we to ta mani nyina 3-4 days enti emma mose hwama Galamsey mweto asa wa bomosombo de mangasa na mugudu amroye 3-4 days ago news joy news at me fresh one in front of a police post. A police for what can you wasika? I told you for 9 months. What can you wasika? What friend I am for? What can you wasika? But I'm only Nana multiple chopping said. Now coming back to Asamo de Gwen. Oh yeah, what friend Ura at the Fossen. Actually, if you read the media review now, denigrated the previous administration, and it's been consistent. No problem about that. He one day become a former minister. Nana, let's more Ministry of Food and Agriculture. We issue statement to be about a month or so ago. Na mbiri won nti meka kiti bi as if the Ministry of Finance and it is headed Mofa fires back at Finance Ministry over 1.6 billion budget claim a small portion. If the Ministry of Finance officially capped our spending through its allotment system, where exactly is this figure coming from? That is the 1.6 billion. Public finances are governed. This is the Ministry of Food and Agriculture speaking. Public finances are governed by official allotments, cash releases, and actual budget availability, not by public relations, narratives, or propaganda. Say, yo, that's the Ministry of Agriculture, superintended by another minister, not by public relations, narratives, or propaganda. The ministry said in a press release signed by Samuel Hunto, media liaison officer. The ministry concluded, the facts speak for themselves. The Ghanaian people deserve honesty. Honesty. They want a minister who is honest with the Ghanaian people. That's what the Minister of Agriculture said. Nana, show. Thursday media review. Was it Thursday? I think 23rd or so. Was it? I'm not too sure. These are some of the things that he captured.
Come on, just a second, Pacho. Just a second. Just a second. Don't lose the train of your thoughts.
Okay.
No more delegate system in the presidential and parliamentary primaries of political parties. Supreme Court declares by a 5-2 majority decision that the delegate system is unconstitutional. So the delegate system has been scrapped. That is what we are hearing from the Supreme Court. But other details about
delegate system there. They talk about a party. Delegates, you know. The year for
what year for
and they will provide the resources. They will provide the resources.
Can they do that?
They will provide the resources.
That is 5-2 majority decision.
They will provide the resources.
That everybody who is a registered member of the party should go and vote.
Yeah, man.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, man.
Nana.
And I speak part one.
How would you be able to you can't identify all the party people.
That means you are incompetent.
Which is incompetent?
You are not doing political party work. Because every constituency you register. So you must have data. Another reason, just a better reason.
The reason,
would they provide the resources? Or would you use?
And
you think that
you're saying so? You talk about the ignorance. What is it you are talking about?
Uncle, you have the platform for the next 10 minutes.
A party, you know, or what is it?
On your member.
Pancho, Mama, Pancho.
Paragraph 54. Hey, there are Mam Gaza.
Oh,
your interruption is very well also.
Hey, come now.
Okay. Paragraph 54. But before paragraph 54, let me take it from 53. Mr. Speaker, this sent an unmistakable signal to Ghanaians, investors, and our development partners that fiscal discipline is the new order. Go to 54. To reinforce expenditure control, government amended the Public Procurement Act to require commitment authorization before procurement commitments are made. This reform firmly linked procurement to approved budgets and restore discipline to public expenditure management across government. And see, this is the minister who has been described by the Minister of Food and Agriculture as not being honest with the Ghanaian people. And what's your parliament take it on there? Why amend procurement law to ensure that before releases are made, there's a commitment authorization. Procurement law. Nanawa opposition. Somebody who made it a sing song. Restrictive tendering. Adam, deputy chief of staff. Also innovate one headquarters. My deputy chief of staff. If one gets one code of conduct, no certain must happen. But wabaya procurement other man deputy chief of staff. And it was the same song whilst in opposition. Now, my minister, you can on cheddar. Amendment to the procurement law. Daman, on your Obama ɔman misika unwa ahwe. But what has come up, Nana, only there. Minister, this procurement law also wire amendment in order to protect the public purse. Why sole source procurements, 3 major projects running into over $350 million in his constituency. Mangasim Ejumakun Swedro Road to the tune of $250 million. Nana, share of Anko Kumasi Road and Prima Wolu Wado. The amount required to be able to finish the ongoing projects, my brother Dan Shasa Waya Bebuekodu, the amount required is less than $300 million. Nanama Minister Alcacha Mpimpima, what the fee in Kaya the Kodu Kumasi Ashanti region. Oya Bunu East Ahafo. Oya Northern region, Northeast, the Kosruan. Or Pracha there, he is now introducing what they are calling expressway. In Pimpima Wafado, Nana, last week or so, accident on the spot was in Kofo, I hit 12 for Sada, we, and then Pimpima will pray. On the chin, down here, so bad a week ago. No so man, no so west, no so amount for action one class. Minister, I a sole source road contractor. Or yet $250 million. Yet he stands in Parliament to tell Parliament today the procurement law has been amended in order to protect the public purse. Now, say you're not in chair. Minister, Asanso, or your sole source contractor. Or your specialist hospital, which was intended for Kekos, because of the ECOWAS nature of this road. And see, Abraham Kekos, Yenya or Yantabetinan, and then we were using a Fiam Quanta. And see, Western region was Fiam Quanta was 7 them and was 7 Central region as well. And then Tibetan Baba Wadi. It's not idua ku jehuma obu na mom dodo gina otumu ogina ehumna no into specialist hospital no baba kan emma enwa we use this corridor, this major corridor traversing across several West African countries. Minister we bija o te ko oya the constituency oya ejumaku enye lesiam to the tune of 850 million Ghana cedis, which is about a little over $80 million. Then next month, I told them out to here, Emma Yashir, government ministers, or Manibua Makahu, Emma then go and act as a acting defense minister. Wasa Wakwakaji, another project as a military barracks. No, so to the tune of 200 million Ghana cedis, a little over $20 million. A Kikaniya Senima, 250, over $80 million, another over $20 million, over $350 million. And in a source. Now, say, and is a full in command. Wangasan Pon Wafro Kacho there. He is building a war chest. A war chest for his presidential ambition. And therefore, all these source projects, it is for him to build the war chest. In order to open the resources to be able to pursue his presidential ambition. Now, Sanana, if you are a minister, where in spite of this source, what's also at the central, what do we call it? Nana, if you can assist me.
Central Tender Board.
Tender Board. Review, the review committee or review board. Kwame, Nana, what this minister has done, only the constituency chairman. Constituency chairman, because you see, to get your people around you, in order that the things you want to do, your self-interest, pursuing your own self-agenda, to get the people in positions are able to be used more to be able to achieve your objective. And the Central Tender Review Committee and that board, the constituency chairman, the chairman on that board, all the procurements which are done at various levels, if it requires or if it is at a particular threshold, it has to go to the Central Tender Review Committee. The constituency chairman is the one who is in charge. It's only to chair Public Procurement Authority. Public Procurement Authority. If you want a sole source or single source or a competitive tendering, public procurement, that's where you go and take the authority. Or the new constituent, NDC member, why in deputy CEO. Now, the only thing here, all your ministry, when I guess so, why appoint in Agasadu Evans Forson as executive assistant. You see a minister who in his duty as a deputy finance minister, his duty as deputy, yes, I'm telling you the message is as equally good as the messenger. Or you don't know the message, because he told the entire country that he has amended the procurement law in order to protect you. You were sitting here. Your submission was that resources are Chas. I'm sure you are forgetting your own submission.
I have not forgotten.
The resources that God has endowed this country, that if we're able to manage those resources, we will not be running to IMF. That's and true. That you doubt. You doubt that the pronouncement that we're not going to go to the IMF, whether that is sustainable. Is that not what you said? That's right. But this is the man who is managing the resources and who says that he has amended the procurement law in order to protect the resources which you are calling for its protection. And you say we should throw this away and look elsewhere. But you said that we are talking about budget. That's what you said.
Anyway, you listen to me, but
Sam. Yes, but the point also is this: Sir Obi, a certain pronouncement, a certain submission, and then just in a few minutes he wants to turn around that. Then we need to take that person's submission with a pinch of salt.
Oh no.
Yes, because now you were talking about protecting public resources.
I didn't run from what I said. But I only said, is this in a budget? Constituency executives, NDC members, minister among appointment, and our appointment. That was what I was saying. Is it in the budget? I was even speaking to myself. I didn't even know you heard me.
Oh, but Charles.
So it was not to do with yours.
Charles.
Yes.
I'm sure you didn't listen to what happened in Parliament yesterday.
No, I didn't.
You didn't, huh? Yeah. So I can forgive you on that.
I didn't. If I did,
I can forgive you.
I didn't listen to it.
It's a minister. Okay, Parliament. Okay, the media review or the query. As we say, no quick catch Parliament today. I did that all in order to protect the public person. He was doing it. Yeah. Meanwhile, underneath, he had done 3 major projects. Over $350 million. You know the last tranche of the IMF standard facility. You know it's even less than 350. You know that it's about 333 or so. You know that. Yeah. Yes, that is what made us go to. Oh, Nana, you are saying that we cannot do this conversation.
No, I'm saying that your time is up.
Oh, but. Nana, we haven't made any good progress. It's almost just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let me land.
You chose where to spend your time.
Let me land on this. This is the minister. But putting what I've said aside, Nana, sir, if a budget now, quick one.
In 2 minutes, I'll wrap it up. Budget.
If a budget now,
I've never seen the minister attacking his own former minister.
The space, which they say by their management, were to more before me, by the DDEP, the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, including the one we did with the external creditors, that alone gave this country $5 billion. That alone, and gave $4.7 billion in savings, which would have been part of the outflows from our kitty. It's the step that the last administration took, and the more that alone has saved this country 4.7, and that alone has reduced our debt by $5 billion. Nana don't know. I'm landing on this. What the woman? So I also not come for the constitution. I didn't have the Bama. I was in my way flowing. Not for the money at the bay. It's I'm landing on that. What the woman? Would you about 430? Nana, the last point on this is this: that they are talking about a reduction in the debt to GDP, but when you have a certain artificially managed exchange rate, what it does is that, yes, nominally, or reduce or CD portion, because once, if it is dollar rated, and then the CD to the dollar, if it gets better, what it happens is that then in terms of the CD quantum, it comes down. But the potential for that, only my chance beside there, is that sustainable? Because once that also gets out of hand, and let me check some points. I don't know whether you get the point I'm making. I'm saying that the CD dollar exchange rating, so if that exchange rate gets better, automatically it results in debt reduction. But so if you say Musa, but all in all, I think that what was presented last Thursday? Last Thursday. Yes. Nana, I do not see anything which comes as anything good for this country, because prices keep on rising. Every day you go to the market, things keep changing in terms of their prices. Electricity prices have gone up 30%. Water has gone up close to 20%. If you go to the pumps, the fuel price, as we are speaking, diesel is 17 something for a liter. Petrol is 14 point something a liter. They all have gone higher than they inherited in 2025. So I don't see anything good which came out of the budget which was reviewed on Thursday, 23rd July.
Mate, may I say so? On the 15th of August 2026, the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, for us Catholics, is a very, very significant day on our calendar. And now, Sadana na MPP for Zubetuaba. And now, the 29th of July, just about 17 days away, court say delegate system no say ano yetwam. Enti MPP for original election number yen he say mo the delegates in the be ya na say omo be ya ne den
and show interest.
Say
both parties didn't show interest.
Regardless, maybe say
but they should have. Again, that's some funny gender is no more.
So they did it. Now the Supreme Court has ruled on the matter.
So it is binding on them. They might have to go back to court. A year no more active if they are proactive.
Let's have our bite. It affected everybody. It affected.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Charles, I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes.
OSPD.
2 minutes. You have 2 minutes.
There's a question I want to find out. Say, Attorney General retains the prosecutorial right to enter nolli prosequa. Case why must you be the one to enter nolli prosequa? Because OSP case on the convinced on not building a docket and our case or no nanka me say or do stage be not on your convincer or bit my enter nolli prosequa. But here the Supreme Court is saying the AG retains that right to enter nolli prosequa in the case of OSPA.
Yeah. I have one. Check the authority to prosecute.
Yeah.
The Constitution has conferred it on the
AG.
Yeah.
2 minutes now, channel.
I mean, the problem. No. That's not this one. I don't have problem.
Has conferred it on the AG. Yeah. And see, any ancillary process must necessarily flow from that authority.
Yeah.
Which authority is that? It is only one and one office which is conferred with that authority. And see, even though as he read section 42, I'm sure section 42 of the OSP's Act, and I'm sure that was a contention whether that was in conflict with the constitutional provisions. And there the court is saying that
it is not.
That is valid. So the OSP could go ahead and do his prosecutions. But overall, the authority resides with the Attorney General. So even if the OSP embarks on a prosecution where the Attorney General's estimation is one that must not be continued with, the court is saying that that power still rests with the Attorney General. Until the Attorney General must not have any reason, because that overall authority rests with him. At any point in time, the Attorney General,
what that means is that Cardinal Madamfo, teacher, oh, dear Cardinal case, I can use my authority as Attorney General to enter nolly process.
Because
not because I have
that power rests with him.
Not because as someone who dear Chino and papa, but because of friendship, relationship, the mischief as to why they were in court was not cured by this decision of the court.
Which mischief?
So they wanted to show, say, okay, Attorney General or prosecutorial powers, it does not rest with any other agency, such as OSP. And the court knows to declare OSP establishments are null and void.
Exactly.
Court and see that be. Attorney General, what that's what Quenya say, where your case now fee say and now bet me castle case with it. But that I feel it is unfair.
Unfair to the OSP.
And still back to square one. Square one. Because you see, per the ruling of the Supreme Court, Attorney General doesn't even have to show interest.
Yeah.
Men am OSP prosecute a Kwame Duncan. Yeah. Attorney General can just go to court and say
no prosecute. But that's bad. But don't forget that there's a political cost. So the court is saying that OSP could continue per its establishment.
Yes.
But the constitution is supreme.
But you continue so long as the Attorney General doesn't have any objection to what you are doing.
Yes, but that is the political cost.
Continue.
So Attorney General says, several non-prosecutions. It's a matter in the mind of the public.
So this one is as it pleases the Attorney
General. Exactly.
So
the political cost is there.
Okay, so we continue to get education here.
Because the interment of this whole suit was that the office of the OSP
should be scrapped. Yes.
Now the court says that
it can't collapse it.
It can't collapse it.
But it can go to court and say what you are doing. I don't like it.
Then you have the political cost to bear.
Anyway, one more education here. The decision of the court does not affect party internal elections. It only affects parliamentary primaries and presidential.
Ruling is
we can get the full details.
Yes, we'll get the full
details. A quick one because Charles has exhausted his time. I mean,
together we exhausted my time.
No. You said that you don't mind.
Yes, I said so.
But that was your time.
Yes.
You see, in some account on here shouting match. Della is not shouting much. You understand that? And it's also important that you read further. If you don't know, let me tell you the taxes which have been introduced. Mining levy, a 2% growth and sustainable levy applied to the gross production of mining companies. Special import levy, a 2% levy on the cost, insurance and freight value of certain goods, including extensions through 2026 up to 2028. Insurance VAT, 15% value added tax on non-life insurance premiums. Energy sector levy, an energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy, 1.95 per petrol and 1.93 per diesel. Fishing levy. The list, but my brother, maybe he is not aware of them. And see, all he was interested in, and a certain loud shout, the levy has been scrapped and is getting his revenues. Look, he is the superintendent minister over GRA. Nana, have you seen the rot which is going on in GRA?
Which one?
Go to Monday newspapers, virtually all the newspapers. What's 700 containers here? We book ho. And
Honorable, yeah, it's from.
I don't know whether because when you were speaking, I gave you all the space in the world.
I'm coming and but it's from.
That was out of respect. Maybe you wanted to be reciprocated. Yes. Then let's ensure that the rules of the game are lived with.
Thank you. Honorable, first of all.
Enti, Nana, say you come under this minister and this ministry. More kwaba. Just as we saw as deputy minister on the blind side of his substantive minister involved in procurement which cost this nation over 2.5 million euros. And the Attorney General go and then continue with the procurement breaches, and he is still doing them. The time will come, and I'm sure when that time comes, we'll sit around this table and consider it.
You see, you fear IMF. But the question and can maybe person me is can we, in natural sense, say maintain maintain the physical discipline without IMF oversight as a mind, as a country, history, any record which is you call IMF 17 times. You call IMF 17 times a day. Me ni say fear IMF and I hesitate almost say I hesitate. We can keep to it. Business as usual. Your best could be because reasons are you design for the past 17 times a year corner. The same reasons will come. Anytime I ever exit TBR, we will return to say back to business as usual. So the idea you bet to me I maintain your exit where greater economic independence. As at least I buy gaining some more flexibility be when it comes to setting up policies, fiscal policies in IMF and try by be and detect and determine what to do and what not to do. Mama but like I said, the question is, can we as a nation operate without IMF oversight now? That is the question. It's a see here no one we because history my say 17 times a day we have demonstrated say we are not capable of managing our own affairs without external supervision. So IMF will have almost supervisor yitimi money get all the applause. Accolades in the bar. Yes, it tipe. Now election, but near election, we are back to business. Yes, new government member. The only option available, and it's a Yabeko IMF. And yes, almost as it but can we, as a country, Ghana, you beat me maintain Yana. And can you feel more reduce external oversight. External oversight don't less dependent on IMF conditionalities. Enhance national credibility. Investor confidence. So at least these people are capable now. They are able. Papa. But like I said, Kadna, we have demonstrated as a country, say on our own, yen to mean just a IMF boom. Now set stringent conditions my say yen follow. Say yes dia yen to mean and we are film assurance and no one a day nature say indeed we can on our own operate with that IMF.
Assurance is that Aban Papa Abba Tobato to Nema Papa Ama we de Yenkubium.
And Nema Papa no way. Omoma Yehu is it announce yes it and that kind of things that would ya to acquire more. Ebe make sure say you won't go back to IMF no. My young no. I say my assurance. Oh my assurance.
The minister Koke can assurance enough for now.
Kadna say ministers of my bedroom in Naka be say oh me boy. Yeah, any corner we are out of the woods and ya tibe brave. But at the end of the day, we still go back to IMF. Omeka, all these nice ones, the Brofo will come, the but at the end of the day, we still return to IMF. For 17 times we have been to IMF. And in this all 17 times, we have not been able to operate independently after our exit. What will make this time around different? And then a bit, Mama, we are that's wrong. Okay, this is us. We have now said the IMF, you need BPI. Because maybe experience I work at literature, I read a 17 times. Nothing convinces me sitting here, say Ghana as a country can do with that IMF. She knew will be back. Me mediadi. Just say see they are fine. And see they are and then since so it won't happen from 1966 to the BC. When will that happen? It can happen. And yes, but more modern the physical stability, the Nananom minister Kokan the budget. Now Wontumi say yes, you will see some signs of prudence. Yes, and signs of but the point is that a program be the say. They get it. That's the name of the program. Equity say. You are canning enough of fair no can you can budget muninai. I think that give you hope. So you better that's where now as it you are recapitalizing, you are doing this consistency of what we are saying. Anyhow. And that is what is giving me the impression or reinforcing my thinking, say yen to me and yet with that IMF. We can't do it with the IMF because we are not doing anything extraordinary. We are not doing anything extraordinary as a country. We are not adding value to locally. When it comes to our Greek, sideline to no policy direction as to how we can add value to a more number nine. You to try really and wele ukoto aduane amami wele but we are now a cotton belt so a leather belt I say elsewhere omu use we na die enchini ye wasting no we are wasting almost every natural resources and nankopon dia che and you focus akoye gold cocoa as if that is the only thing we have timber ye nyane hwe tia na manfa better timber rose road umudi ko no mako add value to no umudi atan bre no ma beton na boarding wo ha na manfo every to for me to see a bit me afi sa situation we mo no kana we will need to import technology. We must be deliberate about technology importation rather than going for these loans and what have you. How to add value to any one woman near produce or her. A beboya may grow your economy. A beboya may maintain sika or her. A yen one amount for Sufia man no better yaman if you are. And no any victim maya sustain economic stability. Now ya limit and ya reduce your dependence on the IMF. Until deliberate policies are put together are rolled out to make sure, say, you as a country, no, you're solid on the ground. Gardner, we will go and come back again. And this discussion will return to this table. Say, yes, I call IMF view. And they will come and give us reasons, convincing reasons
why we have to go again.
Why we have to go to IMF. Remember, country, let's wait after 2028 election. There will be 1,001 reasons why Ghana must return to IMF. Or my catcher say, I'm call IMF. Yent mean to a teacher for we can't pay nurses. As if say you call IMF you to meet you. Mewa. As if say you call IMF, we are able to take care of all these petty challenges at your. You know, it is a politician attitude. So beba no abeka na nice or call no nyap numbers or parliament or the bayen or the baby. But yet Timam Fono must be interested in demanding accountability, in holding our leaders accountable and responsible. I say, can you call from I am obvious then they get timidity. Edituaka. Edituaka consumption. The and just you mean yeshi as all mine. You will crude oil, a bear bed in a maye. You will cocoa and then cocoa for situation. A kitiano and cosa necessary. Akoye as a nyan coupon dear shira and yinabe no men are my you.
There's a sanky a
didi no abeya no men are my ye gold dear say you soon sassy. And the Kosovo saying in a second. No proper plan, no scientific research. There's a policy via is not backed by data. Say, you wait me there, you way na boy as all mine. Inti a matter mako try and error. The trans ni shia ni as in kunkunya say and a baby na politicians are twogum. Oh, you be yesterday, nothing at the end of the day. 0 can 1. 0 intimidation, and yet Tim will be seen there. And for me, as Charles McCarthy sitting in your studio here, who beside me say, IMF, yeah, yes, yeah, fee. Yeah, make us say, yes, a 2-way, yeah, but my training here, Nintia, baby, face the question is here, answer and say, can we maintain a bit so yes, can Ghana maintain physical discipline without the IMF watching over our shoulders and me, my answer, me see that be into me because for 17 times we have demonstrated say we are not capable. We can't work with that supervision. Say nipa ne bi osa on timi nye say only supervisor say supervisor dina no be to me. That is Ghana for you. Ghana cannot do anything monetary, anything physical.
That strategic investor by the child bank. I buy to me to go to 216 billion. 2.16 billion dollars. I'm not for dollars. Investor baby in a chain government. Go board to or to choose go basa so reclamation there will be answered. I don't know if I'm going to community and find restricted. One good thing is another. I'm looking iron sharpens iron. Gold is a metal. It's a mineral. Deep colors bush.
Deep colors the deep.
It's in the what you mean to gold now when you skaga. Now they share other sectors in this world and so here because we need vacuum to drive our economy. What pass all drive 24-hour economy. What time go get. How can you drive 24-hour economy? Black vacuum ego. See how go invest and every if government will not invest, nobody is coming to invest. You.
Yanko Ghanaian Times. Go see.
Oh, okay. Ghanaian Times and so on.
Manefa Chronicle to us, we are not Mako Ghanaian Times.
There be my Ghanaian Times. Because you are
Ghanaian Times Chronicle. Ghana's, in fact, the most authoritative newspaper. Also, the banner headline: Industrial and Commercial Workers Union case against proposal of VACO, petitions president to hold process. And so I'm granted be my home commentary on TikTok. I'm not ministry.
Yeah, no.
We are that demonstration of way.
I know, a peaceful protest.
Very. But the guy was very funny. I won't go there because that is even funny.
Sometimes, yeah, Kekaba no one kabia, Ubuana, Betona, Kofasa Moabro. A James just one of the command, Temame, no, it be bright at the command. I don't know the command, so my buying tea. Several economy and tongue.
Ibrahim
also no naka.
Is it on sale? Say, be a passer.
Ghana Abasi, the Renocre.
Well, sometimes, and we see a Bia, na
allegations and go for level against Ibrahim Mahama and EMP. I didn't win one over Gaza and the Ukraine. Not the Yakan Ukraine. Once an enemy finger and say evacuation from South Africa, I suspect will come. And then there's a confirmation will come. But I'm saying 10 years ago and coming.
Oh, but say first a batch now mobile, and you remember, say,
yeah.
It wasn't and so one particular person be or said that fan man a juma.
Oh, that my one. I
know the name baby or then sending you my doors.
Cultivate nation builders to solve societal challenges. Alex Mould and a challenging university. Hey, Alex Mould, you know, Ogaza by between a boot for boot. One can boot for boot and sound also. Was a
I say university for no. Yam first subin show mumu sebe ombetimi ehwema how do one mind me.
On my lightning in us. Oh no, no one introduce better courses. Na phase.
Mati say a friend say Adamatori. Say we Burkina University. Anya thesis assembly.
Practical.
Also
we engineer.
Fire BB.
When you crashing engine work as I
what's it fire BB?
No, oh yeah, or jeans and
why wrong? Things in the good shelves on the end.
Most of them see duplicated.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes.
But one more on which my baby, so try to also and also for future
reference.
Of course, yes, that's true.
We are on your crutch now, or no crutch. But
I think say only
I'll say no.
They will still do it, but feel say be a practical aspect, you know, MS support and he's right. Because obi to me, yeah, communication. Obi to me call me. I can't remember near what a few back will be. Obi call school every kuta degree so I communication lead the crown to lead common lead
class kuta in class
lead to a story
over first class
and practicals
first class
for nkwa apa kan so man for first class apa nya
which auto mechanism kiti ai if yan ka koswami strengthening maternal care key to reducing disabilities. I agree. Dr. Adusu Eneka say I would also say my for 2 Ghanaians, Ghana for me be South Africa for crisis Ghana foreign minister Eneka go face for ebre ewa now, Adamus Resources almost are in 2026 Intermine Safety Quiz. Wow, Adamus
we're not trophy back. We're not trophy back.
Not yet, Papa. We say, Ocean Office or Human on ye, and the speeches like a seer. Africa must benefit from its minerals. Mr. Gusitano, the chief executive officer for 24-hour economy secretariat. Yes. That should be a yuku for the 24-hour economy. Don't work. Can you a toss moon and so your nest? Africa, we must benefit.
Also, I have for a friend. A mama Kainra, honorable Marcel, some of the Kawahan, was this in a million adum. Name people ba power. Near any Yoko Bosswa. Was on the Raymond Dutch and a Benny advisor. It will be any other consultant. Raymond,
we say until we are any saying.
And of course, a BSC pay. And who didn't see and we any saying. One pamono, one in the bay age, now, also you sue current one as your advisor. Papa. Mami for daily guide the Ubokratano and to us. Or say 30 billion to this project. unexecuted minority kwadwo ponkro kwadwo utinu be white to kwadwo utinu be white
so dey ya no ochi finance minister si ha no addressing from top to down
what the journalism no co-host utini pa wo ya ne so hwehwe nkratam wo dey ababo it's a good work but ese kura wo kofie kura ha untimi perform you adwen ko wo yiri bo wa no afa krata
o ya de pa ya de o yiri de no be de wo ko yo ba be Osechi meza bozita waze my entra kozu na jisa my enko bebia ojo ponkroma training mu on how useful he has become to the entire country ofachi pacho de do pension na ye de yen adwuma
was say ayi NDC ba ye console for bebre ya ma mo position enti ya ma ase ebi kra
am so pa ba na maka ne de
oso obi antimi enka aban ye bone obi antimi
ne eti aban sika ne bi edi
unya aban sika i levy kick
moduma ne say
i levy kick
put the government on his toes
of course
government is on his toes
is on his toes
government is on his toes
na de na eti wuti on put government on his toes
we do
eti one year bi now ka
ba se dodo na say asem no ba no mutumi kan ye
dia asem sa wo so mo han atwitwa mini bia srai ya na
omo de eduru ari ka na omo nim say you just dey ngwende yenko yiri Mahama mena na utumi kan ni akire 20 mena me ko kan yenko chimi 20 ono ango kan
ye troso
I was for daily guide the workrata na me dey to aso no enra esukuu fo ya e wo techima krobo nursing training omo ye demo kakra police fires gun at techima krobo nursing students demo for arrested yachi yes
oh no araho
child activist no child activist pa intienu
it is not about child activism akra we ne mo we mase bo pampem
so you now understand there be afede wate ase ade kronti ayeka se nkoda na ye ne amo ho no mi nim de but ene ya wawa je atum se se
we ne especially ne amo ho
what makes this one special
ne amo ho
ya provo no mo ja bo de se
Oshe ura no pa
ya yire ne kon
e da paper na anyway
yes so bi to me manete e demonstration ase kwala ka je na protocol ni dia agro mo tifie JM1 etwa mo allowance mu ten sasa no mo se Jesus no mo no hwe but so mo nim nyansa so mo se sa system we da hoda da Ekufuado came to restore it almost say demonstration guys wa restore krebe to etia ampa mo to tia o ma baye na papa na ya ba no enie kwabra ube de tia Mahama obachi mu nyina
Tiurana ya yere no mutwa bae so ko say yere ne pa so ne ko school uniform no white ni mu aso twe ko irade nyasem kuma nyasem kuma
ba ni na ni say omo demonstrate say omo seek
allowance
kem
for arrested for dem
for arrested say you nim sa no pay ene am omo build dia but any more kakraka no say Kantanka family splits over Kojosafu's funeral date.
No, the family is not split.
It is.
It's not.
Ajosafu
nkwana kasa family ni nyina ta kofunachi.
But say
what is the family be support to Ajosafu?
Of course, but a split. Say Ajosafu is part of the family. And they say the ekoni say Ajose 30th. What the papa call Gomwa o say den akosie no. Abetena eyi paso atena se ayeye enu so abusuapanyi baako ekọ joy ono so na se mo de kotu dwane se papa ne will ni mu no se akofuna ena enjine mu enye na yi good and the bedi so announcements are going round advance erect billboard or the invite call say obeye body ni so it in her custody
don't worry
it is one so obesia but I feel say papa no abebo adwuma wabeye niema bebre nti enra meti akofuna ka se wo se onye nua ketua o omo
yeah akofuna nani abrese obedin papa di
oso omo papa it won frɛ ni nua no obefrɛ ni ma ni nua no ma se o ma bɛyɛ ne ma eye ni nua panyi a obɛyɛ ne baba no o ma tena se eni o ma kasa bigidi sɛ de ewo mu bia no ɛwɔ sɛ o mu nyina tena se
adwa wo de obade wabada yeso papa yentia na brempoma ne ofa yapoku o ma o mu germanfo ofa yapoku ne brempoma ka lumba
ofa yapoku be
abuzapani yapoku
debi o
ofa yapoku lumba wofa omo na message lumba ye no de de ba ho nyina sa nkrofo mi no sase because omo nam German no matna change no omo ne akosa se wa ye fine it omo de an se akosa se wa de enimu no onu wawu enti momu mienu no asantefo makotra German enti masante se so mato agu lumba ne abayara hye de ma wo 6 no Yem pianist in chain, Visa Rada with Germany, or the Babe and Yabakuna. Yam Penintino, you must say, Brempan, I say, we're winning your Beman. You didn't buy stadium. Pabna, Yene Bush, create Muko Hebi. So Poko Ba, Hobby now, and when who walk as Ancamatiasi. What's saying, I say, what's in our Tudasi? Wouldn't know when you have it. Opposite with Yafidan.
After that, so maybe.
Oh, my dear, we know what was your back.
We are now a friends of us enough for Susie Catcher. Some person who
Moko is if you
have a dress for you. Hunatra, say, Akofana Bay and Papa, ye French and Morgana. My dwelling the debut baby. No, who crime on what politics move over 12 or 16 years. Oh, that kind of pedestal. Oh, Papa Nimunian for the form. Let's say, Baba, one of my mountain out to I am because you know fine. So what? Me see, London Tower is one. Come here, na royal prison. Aha, somebody got them. You know. Oh no. Don't tell how go now. What power for the what my baby could be and not to come cells and sometimes for your protection. And do we say not got not Japanese for you?
But charge Ben or they come on me.
Baby or charge at the tour.
They say one year, Bonibia, and of course, or a lawmaker, so she knows her rights.
No, what she's doing, no, that means
no. I mean, if you open some DBB at Tony, so say, you're finding question. Now you are possible. For you say courts, it says Supreme Court and 150 years. Courts to be automated nationwide.
I said, no, so cast system.
We can't automate tribunals because a
fast process.
NDC tribunal, not catches some near Quack or to automate the grab a funko.
One say I saw a mutual. One say clerks now no more to one. There be a watch. Yes, one to mutual non pairs. It was software. This was sorry for back. It said your more, you know, say after a legal vacation. No. October so omo ba nti bre omo makwa omo be makwan omo di akwama no e be hyehyɛ saa ne ma ne nyina nti na me ya dom na October omo bie school kɔgyeji wo mani e ya fie so omo kɔ ayi akwa safari omo kɔgyeji wo mani ba na kɔ ayi akwa safari eti omo kɔ na omo ba e ho na omo de saa ne ma ne nyina e be ba abɛhye. Pastor arrested for fraud and a sharing of notes. I'm say all them 7 years enra me ho or them 7 years. Okay, yes, or no need the end of the oil and they say, or film man, any idea dinner or the edge Gibiska.
Maybe man or Moko.
I don't know, but that's maybe maybe
young the Chronicle.
The Chronicle and a Dahano. Yes, I be my mind Christo. We the life of the world. Or to pull life was who piano and manifests. And I want quotation.
Oh, but kind of love.
Me Timothy. Timothy, Mr. What is Bakui, Ubinim, Bobo, Bible, Ina, Overstress,
Matthew,
or Timothy. 2 Timothy 2, chapter 2, verse 23. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23. Have nothing to do with foolish, ignorant controversies. You know that they breed quarrels. Have nothing to do with, for example, Bible name foolish. No, I spell FOOLIS.
Mechanic now, but yes,
ignorant controversies. You know that they breed quarrels.
Or say, Timothy, whom I told me, you know, it's a me, you know, you might do no me answer. Was it now quasi ni dia won fensu ahwe no de egu if you say wonim say e de ntokwa
hwesoro hoy
eneba
kosoro
okay esoro pa yelo no mu
dabi banano
ignore akofna oh matem zano ignore akofna
Apostle
Safo's funeral not cancel.
Okay, ignore Ajo Asafo. Apostle Safo's funeral cancel.
Ajo Asafo nyabuzapanye na ye ejo ye ne ko
na odidi fo so na ye de odi ade no so na wo will nim so na ye yi
Ajo Asafo na edi ade.
We should just respect the will, that's all.
Why is that?
Na semwa o kato ho no e wo se edibo ema no.
Catch your sister.
Adwoa mesrew. Menu adwoa me name. Adwoa for the kiki bedru bre bia ya akoma nso wo fom kakra.
Papa na kakra bi. Apostle
Papa na meka ho na menka.
Number one. A life beyond the ordinary. That's true. The man was so beyond ordinary.
I think this must be an article about him.
Yeah.
In a chronicle now.
The bond delegation so aba ochehene na so abesino yana free we free mo no ano don pray
omuba mention so
I don't know press who push for legal recognition for traditional medicine. They don't have. They don't have.
No, NCP.
Heba for
NCP.
Really? Why?
Say legal recognition. Say they just be a common license.
Maybe you have to get into it.
Okay, the problem has to do with one will say KUST. Ako school. Ako traditional medicine. So we share me nya advert ma obia but patcho fanche me. We share the nano kra o enye sunsuanso obi. Da chi bi na akofa asem aba. Enu ti se bia ye wo mra bi eda ho no mu se ansa na obeye no e ti se bia
afantitiem.
O Nananom aso dae. O fa na dija wo. O ma me na kire wo a at least fa omo ma fantitie mu ni bi. Ebe ka ho no omo guide o. Na engade o say we ni we ye famfra we egu nsuo mu cha ebe say sa niema no ene ema enkrofo bi dwen say herbal medicines na enye papa but say unim regulations no unim which one and that one na betimi afra eno no mfa sa o how ni nyina emma nti I don't know but yegu so aye ko na mepe details no na media tumu e de amamu okay
Wazi, where we ho? My father, you know, been so.
Okay, my father, custodian, and so also. Another promotes traditional medicine in Africa. Nti yebehwehwe na ye de munchiremu no adiaba. Banks lending not translating into economic gains. CPS na de asemwi etuja. Unya custodian na obenya bibre. Chiefs invoke deities to fight Galamsey. As government
Go
Fields fight to Mami we nanka emfa no wachi. Go Fields fight to retain Takwa mine lease. Omuguswa jobless economic growth means nothing to Ghanaian youth.
Why not say
Gideon Brako? I say jobless economic growth means nothing to the Ghanaian youth.
Say economic growth na economy by human
na o say o say hwe
amabunu nya adwuma nye
no ye no kre de ba konso a ese o tia sere say aban bia no wa sheda bia nwuma mamabunu MPP aban ba e me hu dwuma papa bia
aban ma the enabling environment for nwuma
ma se wodo wi an account
and me busa question
we de me busa me wi a okufa do betna so mfie nwotwe no nwuma be no we mamabunu apart from nwuma dada na ego na no Ghana government no if free say a question sign some pact be somewhere in the 80s. Oh, me refuse a pact in the diversification deben. Abain is not a business oriented. There is a me baby you know. When you are intro 133 need 24 hours. Because we are ignorant population. Many of us are ignorant. We want to hear that.
And but we hear them.
You hear them all the time, but they never come to material. Thank you very much. Go for time when me maybe I'm ranting my was a money. Rolling Stars from Fear Juno. Where me and you may be as a brand and my bow may. Anya teacher, Anya police, Anya nurse, Anya soldier, and it's a traditional band Jumanadana, gorgeous bedroom to honor. A band be no about my back. Nagana phone cry and my brand and baby Gufitino, maybe you may Monko on a Monko shift.
Now youth employment name.
How many of them?
And why you
sustainable? How many of them are sustainable? Anyway. Yes,
now say
for last one on your
can be amazing can be.
I'll say Enfano, I am for now.
Adam man can't just say who come crewman, the last one should not be trying. If an apim anchor.
Apimanka.
Apim anchor.
I know what you're saying.
It means that
thousand were not left.
Yes.
Okay.
As a Santa for map, Yadi and Unsiono, so drew her. We are Pim Kwana Moba, Muna, it does a Mukmo Kunsuman as a student from. Ah, where Bosoma, a Munam Yanri. Udru Abitu Mabu, pan on the Adiegum. Kabana, Yanni a tickle one, ye review soon Bunus Bosom tea and Namano. China for very namina. In fact, almost Tassan Hunsunan or Modere. We see our Minoka say, I am Lake. I am like Omodi Mugalani, my Pamanka to me, sorry, as I won't feed back. That we are past that.
Yeah.
What I say, this needs military, serious government and military intervention. That's it.
All right. Because yefesi na yenko dwa somra adwa
enti ano don proko kasa o Pan African Parliament enti nya Ghana nko an ye pre but senka Africa nyina no nka traditional medicine no ebe alternative way say bia yenwintum say nipa na no na betimi asa na yare a isan say but I think say Ghana e koso because Kumasi South Hospital ye wo
session for that
ye wo traditional medicine unit urem mo aminim say ye free ho anka urem na e wo benkum so say omo dan no wo ho no mo kama nti say ukona ekoba say nso obi o ma that is what the person believes in ompa na brofudro de mempe na me na ebibidro na antini ama ukọ ho na ho nso ne ma regulated ones no de enim say enkofa o how bia emre wo no nti say mrada ne ye ne ho in fact ye Nananom wadro
pa me hu say sebi omoni ma obi anya stroke akoda hospital ma no ho to ne da de me hu say wa recover bia no traditional medicine maybe a first and a ball ne de say ska ofie better mo go hospital
no say other organs ni bibia you okay but
no adam for police ni Mr. Inspector Boachi in fact chief inspector cry is in right now is na cry kwam no pe ball pa ne na mi no mu bu pain ba ko din kan bu pain obeda gi mi ye share ne cast kia ngota na everywhere bi anka bare san ketwa isi ai ko asikusu kwa no so ma mi bi omo nim nro yi bi wakona wo sibra dua part setable wo sia ma na ye powder no de achechira ebe ngongo kwabere na otumbo bo right you know we have a lot traditional medicine Japan Korea China and even Russia those places no and ya pills ne pani asemo I don't know why.
But omutimi ye traditional medicine ni bi dey
okay. Modern medicine.
Utimi swallow.
Yes.
Utimi ebi
pills.
Ebi a pills ni ade. But bone setters ni ade no. Orthopedic surgeons no omo hwe dompe mu no sometimes omo ni omo ka bom. Eye adwuma because oni omo anka momu anya adwuma entimi ma I mean, if you leave them, they'll practice the way they want. Enti when we say,
they must be streamlined.
Emrebi, omo de ekobi or abrepo. Na papa na ekoto no. Who say papa no onu etimi de nani etwa esri. Of yes. Say ode onan ne ba. Otimi eka say ebu. Achia. Afechire. We were there with Yeko training. We were there with him. Now orthopedic surgeon Dr. Kunedu Yeboa owo. Eni papa no eche. And ye try esre na de papa na kan eye pepepe. Eti ade a na ha adwi wo mu ye abusanfo minim se producer ba ma kwan ne nchirem. Obi mu ho no mo enan ne bu a e na open wound e wo ho. Etwa e na asa ebu. Eti eno na nsa na obekire no makuro ni wu.
Ho na issues no wo.
Enwu na se wo de ahaban ne ka e infected a ekodompe nim. Na okonya infection na akofa asemo aba. E na first thing is wo se ehu the nature of ebu. Atwa fa ho ansa na ya start treatment eno na akoye problem kakra wonti omo ta engage omo na omo de omo fa training mu because wo ye dan ya said ye ken ho na obi gidi ehye eno na obi pese wo ye nti when they move with them na omo so church omo of course they can work